Hello, hello. We are back with some more Bazaar. Today we're going to experiment with Dooley stuff. I also changed it so now this appears on screen. Could go over to the patch. No, wait, there's new patch notes? Oh my jeez. Okay, there's not very much. This was kind of annoying on a one weapon build, huh? Now it has to charge something else, so. I always thought it was weird. Some of the items in the game just like there was no point in upgrading them. I think this was one of them. I guess upgrading it would intrinsically increase its value, so it would do something, but like who's using lockbox anyways? Pretty much no one. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, this item seemed super broken, and then they're buffing it by lowering the cooldown and increasing the healing gained, but they removed the reduce its cooldown. I see. Yeah, this item seemed crazy. I don't know why they even thought that was a good idea at all. Let's flip it over to the other patch notes. Then we'll leave it right there and we can get started. Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more of the Bazaar. And today we have a bunch of new changes that have happened to Dooley. Well, I guess they happened 2 days ago. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at the new changes with Dooley. Dooley, of course, is the only other character that I've got besides Vanessa. So it was kind of cool to get the expansion and play with those new items that came with the expansion, and then shortly after that they kind of just reworked how Dooley works completely. I now changed it so when I am looking up items and stuff, you guys can see it too. So here's the website. I went to the patch notes so we can kind of quickly talk about what happened. I won't talk about all the patches or like all the item changes, but essentially what happened is, first of all, for some reason, they just buffed every single character as far as I could tell, which seems kind of unfair to anyone trying to play Dooley. It seems like everyone just kind of got like small buffs in some of their items. And then Dooley, they completely changed how Dooley works entirely. You no longer start with the core at the beginning of the game. You now get the core, I guess, when you get to level 3. Now, I've done a few games as the new Dooley, and I haven't really figured out what works quite yet. So, what they did is they nerfed Bugs, which was Dooley's only good build, and they changed slash buffed pretty much everything else. So everything got a change or a buff or both. You could see here with the armored core, they kind of changed how every single core works. Some of them in similar ways, some of them in different ways. Um, so you could see now the cores come at silver because you don't get them at the beginning of the game. You get them when you hit level 3. The cores no longer scale as you level up. Well, some of them don't scale as you level them up like this, like flat. But it now says this and the items to the right. So they now buff themselves as they get used more often. So the cores got quite a bit better, although some of them are still maybe not up to snuff. Um, and then as far as bugs goes, I think everyone kind of expected that they would nerf bugs. And they actually, I don't remember if I talked about it last time when I played bugs. They nerfed bugs exactly how I thought they would nerf them, but I do think the nerf is a little bit harsh. This is literally the exact change I thought they would do is they raised black spider, blue beetle, and yellow mantis up to silver so you could no longer find them at bronze, but they also made it so they now start with their bronze stats at silver, which means that at diamond they are worse, right? So essentially what they did by doing this is bugs now has a lower floor, so they're worse earlier on, and a lower ceiling. They're also worse later on, which makes it a lot harder to actually win with just bugs. So far, like I said, I've kind of done a few Dooley runs, and I haven't yet won as Dooley. I have gotten decently close, and I've had some mostly just average runs as I experimented with stuff. Now, the only thing I didn't experiment with, which is probably what we're going to try today, is Power Drill. I feel like Power Drill is probably back to his best thing rather than just going pure bugs. So I do want to give that a try and see if we can make it work. Especially with the cores, I think Power Drill is going to maybe work better with the cores. But yeah, you could see like some stuff like Bomb Squad just got like essentially a buff. A lot of the things got their cooldowns. Their cooldowns scale downwards now, which is really good because like Bomb Squad just sitting at a 9-second cooldown is just not viable. You can't use that late game. You can maybe grab it early game, but it just doesn't scale at all into the late game. Like hasting for longer doesn't really matter because it's probably going to be hasted 100% of the time anyways. Chem Snail, I'm not really sure why they changed Chem Snail like this. They buffed it very slightly while nerfing its cooldown, and then they made it slow, hit multiple things instead of slowing for longer. Not really sure why they decided to do that with Chem Snail, because I feel like Chem Snail is just kind of an early game thing, or it was an early game thing, and I don't really feel like this makes it into a late game thing. I feel like it didn't really change what it's used for. They just like made some random changes to it. But you can see Chris Army Knife got the cooldown thing, but now also it doesn't scale its stats. And then some of the cores, instead of getting it affects itself and other things, they got the cooldown lowered as they get better. So that could be important, although I haven't had a great amount of success with like companion core. I feel like ignition core is probably still the best one, but some of the other ones are more viable now. And so they did this to everyone, every character. So I guess it's a nerf for every character who has an item like this, where anything that gives multicast to an entire group of items now also increases their cooldowns. So by 2 and by 1 when they get to diamond. Because this item was kind of crazy. I still don't feel like this was the best item to put with bugs. But maybe this would have become the best item to put with bugs after they nerf the bugs. But those are just my opinions. The core got the lowered cooldown treatment. So the good thing about the core is it charges the items to the right. So now the core is just kind of generally usable in any build. They raise its damage a little bit. What? Oh, thrusters got completely changed. It now changes the item next to it to a vehicle and lowers its cooldown. It doesn't lower both items next to its cooldown, and it also doesn't have an active anymore, so it doesn't burn. But I guess it was just a worse nitro anyways with the burning effect. And then all of its enchantments got changed to being when you fall below half, it does blah blah blah. Weaponized core is the one that I was trying to scroll down to here. Weaponized core, while yes, it does seem to be better now, and it used to be like the worst core, I think, by far. I think it's still the worst core. Um, I guess the only good thing about it is it's easy to get because now you have a choice between 5 of the 6 cores. So you could consistently get weaponized core. But if you look at what it actually does is it starts with 20 damage. It's got a 6-second cooldown, and that doesn't change. Obviously, does it charge? Yeah, when you use the item to the left of this, it charges. But essentially, weaponized core is just a worse Shark Claws because it scales the same as Shark Claws does. That silver Shark Claws, I believe, is at 20, 30, and then 40. But it only does the stuff to the right. It doesn't do the stuff to the left. Shark Claws obviously does everything, and Shark Claws is only, I think, a 4-second cooldown. So the only advantage that Weaponized Core has is that items to the left of it charge it by 1 second, and it has the advantage of you can pretty consistently get it on Dooley, as opposed to Shark Claws, which you aren't really gonna have a lot of chances to get on Dooley, although Vanessa has a lot more chances to get those, right? So yeah, Weaponized Core is kind of weird because it just seems to be a worse version of an item someone else already has access to. But anyways, there's kind of the patch right now. We're going to start with a normal play, and then we'll do the free ranked play afterwards. Again, I'm just kind of experimenting with stuff. Like I said, I kind of want to try Power Drill out today because that's the one item that I really haven't tried quite yet. Since the new stuff, the new changes to nerfing bugs and just changing all of his stuff in general. I think Power Drill is going to be good because none of the stuff should have made Power Drill worse. Like, none of the items that you were using with Power Drill before bugs got any worse. Also, now that Dooley doesn't start with the core, they changed his gold to be... I don't know what Mac and Pig have because I don't have them yet. But they changed his starting gold to be the same as Vanessa. And so now his choices also give the same amount of gold as... Did it? I think it always gave 12 gold, but you started with 4 gold instead. I still think that probably 12 gold to income is the best. Especially now because you're going to be like looking more intently for things to actually make your build work. So because we went with that, though, obviously we have no item right now, so we can't really pick either of these two. We got to go to middle and get some medium items. Satcom is interesting because I don't know why Satcom gives friends from any hero. I feel like Satcom should just give Dooley friends. Like, it doesn't even make sense because it's like a robot. Like a robot and like radar or like... what's the word? I can't even, like, dish or... But it would only be sending out signals to other robots, right? So, like, why can it pick up friends from other heroes? Maybe they just wanted to make it... I feel like they made it slightly worse, but there are some friends that you could get that are otherwise difficult for Dooley to get, like maybe Catfish or something, that are really good. But yeah, Satcom is interesting because it's so much harder to get all the bugs now because 3 out of 5 of them are silver. Satcom can be good for accruing, like getting the bugs. The problem with this Satcom is if it's bronze, it obviously can't get the ones that are only silver because it gets bugs that are the same rarity as it. So we'd have to increase the rarity of Satcom to actually get the silver bugs. I am gonna grab Satcom though because I feel like it's just good. It's one of those like nice economy items. Each character kind of has like an economy item that spawns things for it, and Satcom is kind of Dooley's now. Plus, it could, if you get the bugs that you want, especially if you increase its rarity, then you might actually get something that you're gonna use long term. Here, our choices really suck. I'm definitely gonna get Brick Buddy because Brick Buddy might actually be useful. Security camera. I really don't want to go armored core, right? Like I said I was going to go power drill. I feel like security camera is just terrible if we don't go armored core. What else can we get here? Could get welding torch with Brick Buddy. The problem is welding torch is not a friend. Micro Dave. I hate going to middle as Dooley. Like, there's not enough medium items that Dooley wants, I feel like. He wants like 1 or 2 in his build, but he doesn't want a full array of them because they just don't work that well together, right? Like, Micro Dave is only charged by small items. Brick Buddy would like adjacent friends, but if I put Micro Dave in, it's only 1 adjacent friend and not 2. I'm probably going to put Pulse Rifle in just because this is probably the best combo I can get day 1. Maybe. Maybe not even, because then Brick Buddy doesn't scale at all. I'm gonna... I can't afford all of these, can I? I'm gonna grab Welding Torch and we'll leave Micro Dave, I guess. So we're really just using this to try and win the first fight. Because this is not particularly good. But if we could beat Viper, that would be nice. So something that I figured out that's kind of weird, Toxic Fang, when Viper is using Toxic Fang, obviously you could see it poisons by 1, right? If you get the Toxic Fang, it poisons by 0, the one that you get from him, because 10% of 5 is not 1. So it's really awkward. Unless you have a way to like buff this thing by 5 damage, it actually does 0 poison, which is really annoying. And we easily win that fight there. We get a normal Fang. Would have preferred the toxic one, but... So here we really have no money anymore. So I think I'm just going to grab regen, because we don't have any... I guess we do have Welding Torch. Welding Torch is just not good enough with Brick Buddy only laying down a 20 shield, because the 20 shield is going to get broken super easily. Then we'll go Tiny Furry Monster and make sure we get our 1 XP so we can hit level 2 during day 2. And yeah, I mean, our build is terrible right now, right? So, is there anything I can do to make it better? Like I said, I don't think we have enough consistent shield for Welding Torch to actually be worth it. And Pulse Rifle is just going to be better than a base level Fang, so I guess that's what it is. Yeah, we probably lose. Our board is really weak, but there's potential that someone could have a weaker board. This doesn't look like it's going to be a weaker board. No. Especially not with Enchanted Catfish. Yeah, we're just kind of going to, like, slowly die. Although, at least Mantis Shrimp will run out of ammo. And then we'll only have to deal with these 2 items. Unfortunately, Restore, the 3 restoration that we have, doesn't get rid of poison. So we're just going to lose purely based on the fact that we can't stop this poison buildup. So yeah, Vanessa tough to run into day one, especially when we had to go to middle instead of getting like actually decent items. Okay, what do we have? Like, what am I going to do now? I guess the unfortunate thing is we can't see, even though we just leveled up and advanced the day at the same time, we can't see what SATCOM's going to give us. These are all pretty bad choices, actually. This one's probably the best, but we don't have any poison, and I can't guarantee we're about to get some poison. But if we're doing power drill, we're probably going to get poison at some point, right? Let's grab it.
There are greater trainers than me.
Plus, SATCOM could give us either catfish, jellyfish, or green wasp. Ended up giving us copper ed, which actually also works. Copper Ed did get significantly better now. Copper Ed's shielding, you can see, is a little bit higher. Its poison is, I think, like 1 point higher, but obviously we have an extra 2 in here. And its cooldown also goes down as you upgrade it. I don't remember if its stats get any better. I don't think it does. So Copper Ed will probably be in our build for the next fight. But it's not great. Is this a friend? This does not count as a friend. So what are we even doing right now? Do I really have to go to middle again? Like, that's ridiculous. I guess give me a small weapon. Or non-weapon. Bomb squad could work here. Ooh, okay. So the problem here is... Oh, right. Pulse rifle is now worse because I have more than one friend. This is awkward because Bomb Squad obviously wants a friend on each side, but Brick Buddy also wants a friend on each side. I feel like this is our best bet just because we have 2 shield items now. And Brick Buddy will actually scale. So Welding Torch might actually do something. But yeah, so the problem here is I could go here, get 3 more regen. Obviously, I want to go to Tinker and maybe pick up some of the better friends. But Tinker is going to be expensive, especially if we reroll. I think we got to do it, though. This is a tough choice. I feel like every time I go friends, I keep getting baited by Monitor Lizard. Because friends have a lot of ways to haste, right? Because you don't have to haste the Monitor Lizard itself. Like Bomb Squad right here hastes every single time someone goes off next to him. So you can easily have him charging up Monitor Lizard. So I'm definitely not taking Monitor Lizard. The question here is, am I taking both Bomb Squad? And you can see Bomb Squad's cooldown gets lowered by 2. It's actually kind of big. I think for 2 gold, we'll take it. Red Firefly. Do we have anything that even... I guess he does synergize with the haste.
This one's strong. He'll keep you safe.
And then the real question is, do I... Oh, go over there. Do I... This would also work, but... Do I reroll here? I don't have a lot of money, but I could sell Pulse Rifle and Welding Torch. I think I do. This might be one of the things I'm kind of bad at, is I tend to use up all of my money. So I don't really want Chris Army Knife. I feel like he's still kind of useless, but at least his cooldown gets lower. I'm almost tempted to get both of these. I'm definitely getting Green Wasp. So my thinking is Chem Snail slows, kind of like Black Spider. Problem is at bronze it only does one slow, and I could easily put Chem Snail between Green Wasp and Red Firefly to charge them both. Now the other question is, would I want to do that right now? I think we sell these two.
Good luck.
Grab the Chem Snail. So here I've kind of already like killed all my gold, right? Now this should easily be able to beat Rogue Scrapper. So yeah, we're just gonna build up shield. And then just apply debuffs. He might be... Actually, he only has shield from this, and this is already out of ammo. So now we'll just kind of build up, and he's not even going to be able to get through our shield anymore. Okay, I feel like you almost always get rust from this guy. So, now that you can't get the other bugs at bronze, going to Andy right now really doesn't help me very much because I don't even think I can get... I need to figure out the breakpoints for rarities of items. I don't actually know them. But I definitely don't think day 2 your shops are selling silver items. So that kind of makes just grabbing the 3 gold the best, which sucks a little bit. This is also a tough choice. Do I get extract for more poison? We're definitely gonna get to level 3 and get a core here. But I could also just go the XP. I think I might just try and overwhelm them with poison. Okay, so now we got the cores. So you get 5 core choices, and I believe there's 6 cores total. So the one we're missing appears to be the regular core, because this is the crit core. Which core is the best for what we're doing? I haven't found Power Drill yet, so it's a little bit awkward. You'd think that I could just go Companion Core here because I have all friends. But Ignition Core is going to be better once we actually get the Power Drill. So I think I am going to go Ignition Core. I kind of wish, like, the Companion Core, it counts as a friend. I kind of wish all the cores counted as a friend. It makes it really awkward in some of these builds where you're, like, trying to, like, smash things next to each other, and then the core is just, like, sitting in the middle of the build. Messing it up, because like here we want 2 people to be next to Bomb Squad, we want 2 people to be next to Brick Buddy. Ideally we'd have 2 people next to Red Firefly and Green Wasp as well, and none of those can be the Ignition Core because it's not doing what those guys want, because it's not a friend and it doesn't do the right debuffs. Anyways, let's grab Ignition Core because that's kind of the plan for today. And we got a Vanessa who lost day 1. Now we really need to think what our ideal build is going to be here. And I think the extract is always going to Green Wasp. So let's really think, because I was gonna try and overwhelm them with poison. If I do this, the snail will charge both of these guys. But the problem here you could see is like, how do I get the firefly to the right side of the core and keep these guys on the left side of the core to charge the core, right? It's just not possible. So it's kind of likely that do something like this. Because Brick Buddy doesn't fit right now. And the core actually like does do quite a bit since it scales itself. The question is like, do I need the defense from Brick Buddy, essentially? If it's like just a whole bunch of weapons Vanessa, I feel like Brick Buddy won't even scale fast enough for it to matter. So I think we just do all debuffs and... yeah, that's gonna be a lot of damage. We can see Shark Claws and a Fiery Pet Rock. Beach Ball can only hit the Shark Claws, huh? Are we gonna die too quickly? It's gonna be really close, huh? Wow, we were one tick away. One tick, of course, being half a second because burn goes off every half second. That's so unfortunate. Like, this is what I mean. Like, Vanessa is just too crazy, right? And here's a Silver Shark Claws, right? We were just talking about how weaponized core is just a worse... Okay, Shark Claws is a 5-second cooldown. I was mistaken about that. That's still less than the weaponized core. But the weaponized core has the bonus of being able to charge it. But obviously, he had permanent haste on that thing. Yeah, that's kind of unlucky, huh? We were half a second away from winning that. And would Brick Buddy have helped? I don't think so. I think Brick Buddy would have made it worse. Because I don't think Brick Buddy would have gone off enough times to even matter. I could grab the 1 income. I don't really like going for the 1 income because, like, starting tomorrow, I think these can be 2 income. I think it might be time to just look for the power drill.
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss it.
I think that guy's too slow. At least right now. Oh, this is not good.
I hope you live
Okay, we
long
kind of came up short there. What did we get out of Satcom? I didn't even check. We got Narwhal. It's kind of interesting because he's really low cooldown. He could be maybe better than Copper Ed, but I think we'd rather just have more poison. Here's an interesting choice. We're probably going B1 and B2. So now that the cores start at silver, B1 and B2 doesn't do anything for us with the cores. But if we upgrade the snail, let's pull up the... Let's go to actual items. So if we raise him, then it slows 2 items, and he poisons for twice as much. Obviously, if he slows 2 items, that means he charges these guys each for 2 seconds when he goes off, instead of the 1 second. Copper Ed would just go to 6-second cooldown, I think. Is there anything here? There is potential, like I said, to Satcom. But that's going to decrease our... Or it's not going to increase our strength, right? Snail would increase our strength, whereas Satcom is just going to increase our ability to get the other bugs. Which I think might actually be the play. I'm pretty confident we can beat whoever the monster fight is. The problem is I just don't want to lose too many player fights this early. Oh, and the other thing I was gonna say earlier, because I get like rust almost every single time from Rogue Scrapper. From the eccentric Etherite, I haven't gotten rigged in so long. Like, I think it's been like a week since I've gotten rigged. But I still see people with it all the time. So it's obviously still very possible to get it, I just am not getting it at all. I don't think this guy should have enough damage to actually kill me. I think with my regen and a little bit of copper edge shielding, yeah, he's just never gonna get anything done. So yeah, I mean, rigged is like one of the best things in the game. They should maybe take it away from the Aetheryte. Or they should either make it, because it's bronze, right? So it should be the most common thing you get from the Aetheryte. And I haven't gotten it a single time, even though I always fight the Aetheryte. So they should either make it that you can't get it from the Aetheryte doesn't have it, or that everyone gets it, right? Because not getting it feels really bad. And there we didn't get it, so that feels pretty bad. 300 temporary shielding is a lot right now. Granted, we are about to level up, so it'll be a little bit less. What would I be looking for non-weapon-wise? I really just want Power Drill right now, I think. Power Drill and Metronome is what I need. Can Metronome appear? I don't think Metronome can be bronze, right? Yeah, Metronome has to be silver. That's not gonna work. So I think, honestly, our best bet is go Lost Crate and just grab a random skill and hope it's something useful. I mean, that does something. Here we can upgrade a bronze item. Brick Buddy increases his shield, right? Brick Buddy, yeah, he gains more shield. Now, am I going to use Brick Buddy? I don't think so. I think we'll just go back to Chem Snail, right? Problem is, what am I going to put in for this next fight? I could put in Fang and Narwhal just to, like, proc Ignition Core faster. The real question is, because obviously skills are just generally good because they affect your whole board, whereas upgrading an item only affects that one item, right? So you really need, like, if you're gonna upgrade an item, it's gotta be impactful. Is Snail impactful enough, or is this wasteful? Actually, I think it is okay. It's not fantastic because it's a 6-second cooldown, but the more slows it does, the better it is for Power Drill, right? So I think I am going to grab Snail right now. This also gives us a lot of poison. The moment we have 22 poison on board. Middle. Do I go middle now and just look for the Power Drill? Because, like, what am I taking otherwise? Probably just this, because it's more max health than getting the free chocolate bars. I probably don't want to pay for chocolate bars.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge. All about.
Okay, did I make a mistake? We could go rocket launcher and use that temporarily. I am going to buy rocket launcher.
Really gonna enjoy.
I am going to reroll, but I can't guarantee that we're actually going to get Power Drill. Yep. So we're going to use rocket launcher as our kind of flame appliant for now. And our build is not particularly good, right? We're very half poison, half flame. Which makes me worry that we're going to lose here. It's another Vanessa. I think she lost day 2, though. So we might have a chance.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
We do have a bigger board. We got to level 4, and she did not. Oh, I was like, how did this barrel start with so much shielding? Our poison is gonna be the big factor here. I don't think this guy does enough damage to ever kill me. And I think we scale enough. Yeah, okay. We had a lot of burn on them. So the problem is obviously shield. Can we pull it up? Shield reduces burn damage by 50%, and he was scaling his shield a lot. But our burn outscaled his shield just because these two items were both increasing their burn as they went. And we were constantly reapplying burn. Like, he did... What is this? Almost 750 shielding? And he healed 360. But, like, his other items just didn't do anything, right? Like, who cares about a piranha that's doing 6 damage? It even crit one time, but it doesn't matter. And then this was doing literally nothing because our regen was out healing that. So anyways, it sucks that we lost day 1 and day 2. It's good that we didn't lose day 3, even though our board's not very good yet. We want to make sure we're picking up as many early wins as possible. And we get Yeti Crab. It's a silver Yeti Crab, too. So this is awkward, right? Yeti Crab would be great to be next to as many poison items as possible. Problem is, Bomb Squad needs Copper Red next to it. This is difficult. Let's think real quick. Like, if I was going to change the build around... I could go like this. Kind of bad, though, because then Copper Ed gets the initial dose buff. And then I could put, like, Narwhal here. To proc Bomb Squad. Is this better than Rocket Launcher? It probably is, right? Although Narwhal's, like, completely useless. Narwhal's just here to haste Bomb Squad, because when Bomb Squad gets hasted, Red Firefly gets charged. And Narwhal's actually pretty fast, right? Narwhal's way faster than Copper Ed. I guess is the play. It feels really bad, but... And then what are we doing here? Can I get silver items yet? I would assume so. So I could be looking for, like, the other bugs here. And obviously the other problem with Yeti Crab is we have no other way to freeze besides himself. Whereas if we had Blue Beetle, it'd be a lot better. This is a tough decision. I feel like I've been running into this a lot where, like, none of these decisions are great, right? It's not even like, oh, there's 2 really good decisions or 3 really good decisions. Like, all these kind of suck. Like, random item. I'm not going to spend money on chocolate bars right now, so the most I would get here is 50 max health. Or gamble on getting more friends, I guess. This is what I would normally do. We do get rewarded with a black spider. But the problem is like, silver black spider is not very good, right? Silver black spider used to be really good. If it still did 2 slows, like, silver black spider would probably be better than chem snail here. But the fact that chem snail's giving me 2 slows, whereas black spider's only giving me 1, I could just do so much more with my build if we got this chem snail out of here. It's too big. And again, I'm not doing monitor lizard right now. What else can we get? That's all junk. I've never used atomic clock. It seems kind of intriguing to me. I have been trying to use the new power sander a little bit. I say new power sander. They literally just lowered its cooldown by 1, but it makes it significantly better. Although we don't really have a lot going on that the power sander wants to work with. Do I go to you? Do I have anything I want to sell? I could probably sell Brick Buddy and Rocket Launcher at this point. I don't think either of those are going to happen. And it lets me maybe find some new items. I didn't get an early loot item to reroll at Mandala. There's really no reason for me to reroll the goggles, I think. So I think we just go Midsworth and sell some stuff. Ooh, but a gold black spider changes the whole equation. And then meh. Okay, let's sell these 2. So, gold black spider. Obviously, we lose the poison that chem snail has. But we gain a slot. But I don't really have anything to do with that slot right now. Is this better than chem snail? Just straight up. Probably no, because we lose the poison. The reason that it could be better is because he's getting charged every time red firefly or green wasp goes off. I think it's not quite there, huh? Mostly because Narwhal's already a waste of a slot. Like, what am I going to put in? Just Fang, just to charge the core a little bit faster? That's not really very good. But at least we have the Black Spider. And the Black Spider is going to help us with the power drill. Can we beat Prince Marianus? I am pretty convinced the answer is no. We got not a lot going on for us, right? Like, this board is pretty potato. I think we just lose if we fight Prince Marianus. I think Dervish can give something. Dervish can give, like, the weapons to sell for cooldown, or just crit. Or just money. Dervish is actually a pretty good one. The only thing that sucks to get is the shoe blades. We did stack up debuffs quite quickly there. Maybe we could have beat Prince Marianus with that. I just wasn't feeling super confident 3 levels behind and with stuff like Narwhal in. Right, and that's fine. Just giving everything 8% crit chance. So, we could get 4 regen. We could buff something. Or we could go to Sylvia. Sylvia could obviously give us the other bugs. Give us something to replace this Narwhal with. What would I do if I went here? I guess that would give Green Wasp some poison, probably? I think it's Sylvia.
So
I think we have just enough money for it to be relevant. I still think Ice 9000 kind of sucks. Even when you have Blue Beetle, like, his cooldown is just too long. If his cooldown was like 6 or 7 seconds, maybe I could rationalize using him, but even when you can charge the crap out of him, the fact that he has 9-second cooldown, which is why I hate Monitor Lizard, because he has a 9-second cooldown, just goes off so infrequently that even if you charge him to 100 poison, he's not applying enough poison. So yeah, this didn't really give me what I wanted. Okay, we get a skill. Okay, Hotspot is really good for Power Drill. Obviously, we don't have Power Drill yet, but I think we're grabbing that.
I'll send you to Orland, but I'll keep you as long as I can.
That's a little bit awkward because Copper Ed for Hotspot is pretty bad. Tools. Tools could give me Power Drill.
I've got everything you need to
There it is. There's a Power Drill.
It's always that tool you
I don't really want to spend money to reroll here. I was just looking for the Power Drill pretty much. So now I probably just need a metronome. The question is, does Power Drill even come in right now? This pig hasn't won a single fight yet. So I'm kind of confident that this build could just win. If I do put Power Drill in, this is leftmost. Probably be Yeti Crab and Copper Ed that are going, right? Well, actually, I'd probably replace Copper Ed and Narwhal. Get Narwhal out. Because just having more debuffs might be better. Or keep Yeti Crab in. I'm gonna hope that this build is good enough to take on a no-win pig.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge?
What does he have? 2 shield items, a burn item. Okay, so he does as much equal to your shield. We have a lot of burn, so we should be able to get through his shield at a decent rate. Okay, yeah. He couldn't get any damage because we were just constantly lowering his shield. Did this have crit chance? No, it had no crit chance. Okay, it would have been a big shame to lose that fight. So, we just got our Power Drill, so we don't really need to go back to middle. We got Chris Army Knife, that's not useful. Pretty much always when I see Nufu, it's go to Nufu. Problem is we don't have a lot of money. When you use a tool, burn 3. That would be really good for Power Drill. First 3 times you use your rightmost item each fight, charge 1 slow item. That would also be pretty good. So if you see the vision here, if I put Power Drill in the left slot, whenever I use my left item, I burn 2. Whenever I use a tool, I burn 3. Those should be 2 separate procs, so Power Drill on its own is charging itself by 4 seconds. Just for existing, if I can do that. Can I do that is the problem. Can I make 10 gold? So I got 4 gold there. I think the answer is no. What was the other thing? Righty-tighty. Because I'm thinking the core is going to be all the way to the right, but Grease Fire would be so much better. Do you think I get rid of Satcom? Because I could maybe sell like Yeti Crab. That's only 6 gold. And then, like, if I'm selling Copper Ed and Narwhal, that's only 2 more gold. I don't want to sell Black Spider. I think that would be a mistake. Probably sell the Fang. So this is 8 gold. And then what? If I sell a Bomb Squad? The thing is, like, Bomb Squad is useful to Red Firefly. Because Red Firefly essentially only has a 5-second cooldown, right? Whenever Red Firefly gets used, it hastes Bomb Squad, which charges it by 1 second. So let's try to figure out what our board's gonna be before I figure out what I can sell here. Black Spider in there. Black Spider's gonna be better in between those two. We go like this. This is an okay board. This is only 9 gold, though. I need 1 more gold. Where do I get 1 more gold from? There's potential to sell Satcom, like I said, but I really would like to keep it in case I can get, like, Blue Beetle. I don't really like Yellow Mantis, but Yellow Mantis is pretty good for Power Drill, at least. And I really don't want to sell Green Wasp or Red Firefly here. Don't want to sell Chem Snail right now either. Chem Snail is 6-second charge for Power Drill, right? So that would be a mistake. This is a 4-second charge for Power Drill. Bomb Squad not having someone to its right makes it a little bit worse for Power Drill. So I'm kind of tempted to maybe sell Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad keep Copper Ed, maybe? Problem is, Copper Ed doesn't really do anything for Red Firefly. Is this what we're doing? Yeah, I think it is.
My skills are not weapons. A blade.
Okay, so our build is still not very fast. We could either work at the docks or get Cache of Riches. This is 5 gold. Whereas, like, what's the best that this could do? I don't know if it can give me a silver power drill right now. I think probably 5 gold is better. Alright, what do we got? Sabretooth is always interesting because Sabretooth has that skill where your diamond items have their cooldowns reduced by 30 seconds. It's pretty big. Scoville. Scoville would be a lot of XP. I'm not 100% confident we beat Scoville. Why does it highlight this when I hover over this? Oh, just because it has the word burn? I don't think this counts as the power drill burning. I think it counts as the skill burning. So I don't think the black spider would get a charge being next to the power drill when this goes off. I think we might go Sabretooth. I'm a little bit nervous that Scoville kills us here. And I can't afford to not get this XP. Man, our build takes so long to actually start. That's not great. What is our start spot? Is it just 6 seconds? Yeah, that's bad. But once it does go off, Power Drill does a lot of damage. At least it's a diamond pelt. We could either sell that for 8 gold, which is good because we're low on money, or we could re-roll it into a diamond small item. We could also go here and sell it for an extra gold. Problem is, what am I trying to buy? Like, really nothing. Do I even want a chem snail upgrade? I think I'm better off with just some regen. So we are up to it being 5 regen now. Okay, level up. These options aren't great. This would have been better if it was friends, because it could give us quite a bit of money. I think I go here and just hope we get some, like a bug maybe. That's, you know, not what I asked for, but something that I wanted. Non-weapons. Could look for metronome. If I find metronome, because metronome counts as the metronome hasting, right? So the metronome and the firefly next to each other on power drill. I think we just start searching for it. Do I take the... I mean, it's 2 gold to have Copper Ed be a 6-second cooldown, sure. I think his poison also went up by 1. Alright, what are we fighting? A Vanessa who's only lost 1 day, but it was day 4. So they might be a little bit on the weaker side right now.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Ooh. Don't like to see that times 7 right there. But, oh. Come on. Okay. That was gonna get close. We had 182 poison on us. What the heck is this Yeti crab? Just a burning Yeti crab? That seems pretty bad, but it almost worked for him because he froze my power drill. I had times 7 for each aquatic item you have. That's crazy. This item is so weird. And it's kind of the second everything starts for us, power drill goes off like 3 times very quickly. But then it kind of stalls out again because our combo is not fluid. Bronze tier items. What do we get? We got Hamlet. Great. Probably the worst item that Dooley has, possibly. I mean, I guess he's not that bad. but he's pretty bad. And they did not buff Hamlet. Sells... Yeah, I mean, this is just random, and we have nothing to sell to him. Temporary buff doesn't really do a lot for me here. So maybe just max health. Here, like, Mysterious Portal, I guess? Jewels. I don't know anything about jewels, really. When you use another weapon, charge this 2 seconds. Now that's interesting. Because we could use Power Drill to charge Knife Set. The problem is the Knife Set doesn't charge the Power Drill. And we have no real weapon bonuses. This would just be doing 30 damage, which kind of sucks. This is kind of just like a worse yo-yo for us right now. So I don't think it's good enough. Oh, that's not good. I don't think we should do this. Because the only thing that can charge this is the Power Drill. Nothing else is a weapon. I don't think that's worth it, and I don't want to waste all my money here. Loan Shark can sometimes be kind of tough. But the other options are not particularly good. Why don't we look? We got Dyer, Inglet, Foreman. Okay, so this guy. When you use a weapon, it gains 4% crit chance. It's not that bad, but everything else is kind of useless. What was his name? Foreman? Is this him? Hold up. Yeah, that's him. When you use a tool, adjacent items get 6% crit chance. That's not that good. And then, of course, Loan Shark can give us damage equal to our income, which is not very high. Or aquatic weapon buffs, or like Shark Claws and stuff. Most of the stuff doesn't matter. Power Broker would be the best thing, and it's not even very good. I might just go Dyer or Inglet, and this kind of sucks. These options not great. But like, at least this would scale. It's the Power Drill's crit chance as it goes off. Did the Power Drill crit 3 times? With an 8% crit chance? It crit 3 out of 4. Okay. I mean, that's essentially the same thing. Well, it's close to what we were going to get with the skill. The skill might have been a little bit better. But what about here? I don't really want anything from here, right? Just give me a burn item, I guess. I'm not going to use rocket launcher anymore. Upgrade a silver or lower tier item. So here's where we got to make a tough choice. We could upgrade the core, which just means we're going to burn more. But that doesn't charge the power drill any faster. All of these things are for sale. I'm just waiting a second to sell that one for the power drill's crit chance. If we upgrade the snail does charges the power drill a little bit faster. I can't upgrade the black spider, and upgrading these two doesn't charge the power drill any faster. So the only thing that charges the power drill faster is the chem snail. I feel like chem snail's not long for our build. I think a skill is more important. When you shield, your weapons gain 30. That's not very good. None of this is very good. Although 10% crit chance for everything, well, except for the power drill. I guess Black Spider can't crit. Could be okay, but do I reroll and just look for something better? These two are essentially useless. This is something, but again, it doesn't do anything. Okay, upgrading this, not useful. First 3 times you use your rightmost item, charge a freeze item. The first time you burn, each fight freeze 1 item. So yeah, we'll just do this because this is an extra power drill charge, right? So this means once we burn once, the power drill's getting 4 seconds instead of 2 seconds from that burn.
Thanks for trusting me. I hope we can do this again.
Alright, what do I want? Not really looking to buy a weapon. Probably just working at the docks. What am I doing here? I don't really want any of this stuff. Maybe I'll go shield because it has a chance to give me copper ed. That's not useful. When you sell another non-weapon item, this gains shield. Yeah, we're not going to use this. Okay, we got a pig who hasn't won a single fight yet. We are going to buff the crit chance of that. And then, I mean, this is probably as good as our build gets right now. Pig who hasn't won a fight. Hopefully he didn't just randomly make his build good. He has 3 weapons. What are we doing here? What is this? His weapons gain damage. Oh, he has a proboscis. Yeah, I see why this guy hasn't won very much. His build doesn't really do anything right now. It could potentially pop off, but at the moment it doesn't look very promising. I feel like that guy's just gonna lose before he ever gets his build together. What do we got? We got Pet Rock, huh? Now I could re-roll this pelt. We actually have a decent amount of gold and a decent amount of items to sell. So I think I'm gonna re-roll this pelt. See if we can get something good. Charcoal is not what I wanted. Diamond charcoal does scale pretty hard, but we don't have enough friends and our damage is kind of coming from power drill. What am I doing now? Probably just looking here.
Here is huge. It's terrifying.
Bomb squad back. Bomb squad maybe a little bit better in copper ed. Because it actually charges Firefly. That's a lot of gold to spend on that, though. I am gonna do it.
He actually cares about this.
I don't know if this was a great choice, but Bomb Squad at least charges Red Firefly, and if we get another Bomb Squad upgrade, then... I mean, I guess it doesn't do that much because it only charges Power Drill once. It's just kind of... meh, not the greatest choice I made. This was nothing. Okay. Thug has Bonk, which is a very good skill. What does Treasure Turtle have? Treasure Turtle gives you a lot of money stuff. First time you fall below half, shield 30% of your max health. That's okay. Your shield items have more shield. And then just sells for gold. Could get us a catfish. But I don't even know. I don't think catfish is going to work too well in our build. Chimera could technically work in our build. But Bonk is just so good. I think we just go for Bonk. Bonk here, enemy cooldowns are increased by 1. Which sucks for us, but he's not that hard to beat, so. And if we don't get that, improvised bludgeon is really good for Black Spider.
Hey, I was just joking.
I guess if we get spices, we could just reroll it into something else. But we already have a diamond item to reroll. What do we get? We got strength. I got excited when I saw the skill. I mean, I guess it's more damage for our power drill. Okay, we're probably looking to sell stuff here. We're going to Tox Clocks. The good thing about Talk with the bugs is most of the bugs are sold at Tox. In fact, I think the only bug that isn't sold at Tox is the Blue Beetle, because all of the other ones are either a haste or slow item. Because, like, Green Wasp is a slow item because it says it charges by slows, right? So, all of them are related to haste or slow in some way. Okay, well, there's a Green Wasp, I suppose. Pylon is just too big of an item. And we're not doing a lot of hasting. Spent a lot of money. A Hamlet, no way. Thrusters, we don't have the skill that makes it where if you have a vehicle, all your cooldowns get lower. That makes thrusters kind of useful. But since we don't have that, like, I don't think I could rationalize buying thrusters and then just hoping we get that. Because it's not a very common skill to get. Alright, what do we got? Crit skills, burn. Probably want burn skills, right? We got 3 burns here. We got this burn, this burn, this burn. Although we already have 3 burn skills, I guess. So it's possible we could just get bad burn skills. I really don't want to upgrade any of these burn skills because we're not getting a lot of benefit out of upgrading them. We just want them because they do a debuff. So maybe I just look for random skills.
I am just a man who has lived a long time.
Ah, that's terrible. These are all just really bad choices. Well, time to start selling some stuff. Oh, this one's good, right? The first 3 times you use a non-weapon, charge a weapon. I say good is okay. Gold Fiery is pretty decent. We're not gonna have large appetites work ever. Gold Fiery would make it so we're doing just a lot more burn. Because it's like doubling Red Firefly's burn. I think it's this, though, because at 6 seconds, we're going to have a lot of stuff go off, and that probably ends up, even though it's only 3 seconds of charge, it gets us closer to another use of Power Drill, right? And if we can get to level 10, which we'll almost certainly get to, and get an enchantment for this Power Drill that charges itself, then we're really talking. And again, I gotta remember, we're looking for Metronome. Metronome is the big item we need. Upgrade a bronze item. Is there anything I would want to upgrade? Red Firefly is the only option, and that is not good enough. We gotta go to Andy. Andy could give us Metronome. Yellow Mantis. Yellow Mantis is better than Bomb Squad. Because Yellow Mantis is going to get charged by the Ignition Core. And Yellow Mantis does 2 hastes, which Bomb Squad's only getting 1 haste out of every Red Firefly usage, so we're getting more charges of Power Drill. So yeah, we need Yellow Mantis. We always could sell this charcoal.
Fire's remorse never. Be remorseless.
Now we can also sell or transform this Bomb Squad. But this, I think, is better. Because Yellow Mantis should be going off faster than Bomb Squad is, hopefully. Because it actually gets charged by both of these. And it should be charging Red Firefly about as fast as Bomb Squad was. I actually had a run the other day where I was doing this, where I was transforming a diamond item to try and find something, and the first diamond item I found was Walter Cooler. And so I used Walter Cooler to get me like a whole bunch of health in every monster fight. And I had a lot of health. I actually, that run got to 9 wins, but it just kind of fell apart. But it was funny to get such an early diamond Walter Cooler. Okay, this person has only lost 1 day, and it was like day 2. They're already level 9. Granted, I've avoided some of the harder fights because I didn't think I could do it. I think we just died to this person.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend.
Unfortunately, but we'll see. What is that, a weapon catfish? Nope, it's actually just that. Toxic Fang. They do a lot of... Oh, this freezing is bad. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's actually not a blowout. We are probably gonna lose. Never mind. We tied, which means we win. I can't believe we got away with that. Where'd he get his freeze from? I guess this Yeti crab... Oh, because it's a stupid figurehead. Like, how's this Yeti crab going so fast? Oh, well, I mean, I'll take it. Probably should not have won that one against someone who's only lost a single fight. But you could already see Power Drill getting 13 reps in there. We are still looking for Metronome and possibly Blue Beetle. Like, Blue Beetle and Metronome right here could be good. And that's probably how we would want the board laid out. There is a chance that maybe we would flip it, get rid of Yellow Mantis, and use Red Firefly with the Metronome. I don't really know what toys to look for. Like, there's Yo-Yo. I don't think Yo-Yo's good enough unless it's enchanted with a debuff. So I like to go to Bazaar Con. I don't know enough about this diamond tier item. I feel like one time the diamond tier item was really good for me, and then one time it was completely worthless to me. And since I already have a diamond tier item, I can reroll. Oh, we got a mantis shrimp, huh? I already have a diamond tier item I can reroll. I've never done this one. This could be interesting because it could give us bugs, but I think that networking is just pretty valuable. Just very straightforward. B1, B2. Surely it's not worth more than looking for a metronome, right? Diamond First Aiden. That is super expensive, though. I can't afford it. Question is, what am I doing with Diamond First Aid? So if I just take out Yellow Mantis, that's not that good. Like the Silver Yellow Mantis surrounded by 2 fire items is probably better. Oh, I didn't even see the DJ robot. So something that I learned while like playing with bugs a lot is that DJ robot is kind of just a better Yellow Mantis. But if we do that, that means Chem Snail has to go. And I don't know if that's worse. Getting rid of Chem Snail and Yellow Mantis, is that... The DJ robot, it's not like the core is a friend. The DJ robot is hasting himself. 1, 2, 3. And maybe something else. So we'll say 5 things. 5 hastes is an entire power drill charge, which is better than Yellow Mantis. DJ Robot also, since all the bugs go off at about 6 seconds, he'll go off at that same time. The Chem Snail is 3 power drill charges, which is 6 seconds of charge. DJ Robot, I did just say, is 10 seconds of charge, but we lose the poison, we lose the slow, we lose the green wasp charges. Oh, this is so tough. I don't think there's, I mean, I was just going to say I don't think there's any way we go with First Aiden, but we would need something. I guess the question is, do I want to keep Red Firefly here? Or would I flip it, put Red Firefly next to DJ Robot, just keep Yellow Mantis here? Because it could still get charged by the core? Or I could get First Aiden, replace Yellow Mantis with First Aiden, and do that same strategy. This is tough, where you're kind of just like making a really big decision that's going to decide your entire run. I'd have to sell the charcoal to get the First Aiden. I think I'm just gonna grab the DJ Robot.
We could share this experience today.
Now we could potentially use the Nanobot, but the Nanobot, we have no way to get 2 friends adjacent to it to lower its cooldown to 4 seconds. So I guess this seems kind of awkward. I assume the ignition core is still worth it. Because of how much it's going to go off and how much burn it's going to stack up. And then we're still looking for a metronome, which we could possibly put between Power Drill and DJ Robot. I don't know if that's the play or not. The metronome now becomes really awkward. How to actually effectively place the metronome. I mean, that's, I guess, a problem for the future because I don't even know if we're going to get a metronome. What do we got here? Probably just fighting Burninator. Although, I never, like, look up all these guys. We got Cosmic Rock, Infernal Frigate, and Burninator bot. We should have an idea of what we're looking at. Cosmic Rock. When you crit, haste one item. Okay, that's really good, actually, for us. And then otherwise we could get, like, a feather. Obviously, these items would be useless. But the feather to lower our cooldowns would be good. Keen Eye would be a bit of an upgrade. And Cosmic Wind would be also really good for the power drill. Infernal Frigate. At the start of each fight, burn 17. That would do something for us. Incendiary rounds is not bad on power drill, because then it makes power drill burn again every single time it goes off. So both of these are okay, but I feel like not as good as Cosmic Rock. Wait, Cosmic... It was every time, right? Yeah, if we got this, that would be so big. But we need enough crit rate to actually make that happen. And then, what was this Burninator bot? First 5 times you slow each fight, charge 1 burn item. That's not bad, but everything else here is useless. I think it's Cosmic Rock. Because if we get that, and we could get our crit rate up a little bit, then we're hasting every time we crit. And, like, these guys can crit as well. These two and this guy. It's not great. But it's got potential. And I think, like, this has more things that are useful. Okay, so let's see how good this is, what we've built right now. Power drill went off 9 times. Yeah, you can see that red firefly is going off a lot because when DJ Robot goes off, it's not as good as my other builds where we have more friends. But this is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hastes, right? So 5 charges to red firefly whenever DJ Robot goes off. And then how much? Doing a lot of damage out of that. Okay, give me something. We did get this. Alright. What do we got? Tools. Silver item. Give me a DJ Robot, maybe? That's exactly what I asked for. That's crazy. Alright, what are we doing here? That's interesting. When you get a silver DJ Robot that upgrades your current DJ Robot to gold, you get a gold nanobot? I kind of expected to either not get a nanobot at all or get a silver nanobot. That's interesting. Oh, really? Okay, while we load back in, I'm gonna go fill up my water. Okay. So what I was about to say was we can re-roll the nanobots because they have 0 value. They'll still re-roll into things of the same rarity, and then they'll actually have value. But we already have the charcoal, which is a better re-roll probably. If I go for a small friend, like I'm probably trying to re-roll into small friends. Maybe get the blue beetle, right? But I don't know what rarity these are at right now. Could be silver, could be gold. I just re-roll the charcoal. Well, the other thing about this is it could give me an upgrade to some of these guys. Whereas if I re-roll, I guess diamond is already the highest tier, so it wouldn't matter. It would be an upgrade, except for like green wasp has some bonuses to his poison already. So I kind of would rather upgrade this green wasp than replace him with a diamond green wasp. I'm gonna go with this. Oh, that I don't think is usable. Granted, he would have his cooldown's just way too long. He would have an okay amount of burn. I think we just sell you right away. I don't want to hold on to all these nanobots. I'm gonna at least get rid of the silver one. So 9 regen. Can't really go to JJ. We don't have any money. I think we just go 9 regen. Okay, a Mac who has lost once, I think. But it was recently. Is this as good as our build gets? I think so. Well, we hope for the best then. What's he got? Okay, I think we lose this, but I suppose we'll see. We got a lot of stuff happening. He got a lot of shield. Never mind, we do not lose that. Power drill is doing some work, huh? Burn with power drill is pretty good, right? Because they're both working on the same thing. Whereas, like, poison doesn't care about shields. Burn cares about shields, so when you have 2 things hitting shields, it becomes a lot easier to get through them. Also, I wasn't paying attention to how much this went off. I might watch it again real quick. Oh, it's gonna be impossible to tell because this is hasting, this is... like, everything's permanently hasted. So it's gonna be really hard to even tell when it goes off. That's fine. I feel like these options are so bad. They keep giving me, it's toy shop. Tatiana's toy shop. But these other options are just not very good either. What's here? A yo-yo. But without an enchantment, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think I want to spend money here. And I can't guarantee this yo-yo. Should I just buy the yo-yo though? Because like, I imagine the yo-yo will be way better than the yellow mantis if I could get just any sort of upgrade on it. I think we're gonna free up some space. Okay. I think we just keep hunting for that metronome.
First step toward good taste.
That's interesting because it lowers him to a 4-second cooldown, but I don't think that's good enough. We are going to get this because this is an extra haste every time it goes off. And we'll just buy this and try and sell it for more. Just using that to make money. Okay, no metronome, but... Okay, let's look at these guys real quick. Trying to, like... I'm not going to remember all these, but... I feel like I remember Blood Reef Captain having something good, right? This. Your cooldowns are reduced by 5 if you have a vehicle, reduced by 5 if you have a weapon, and reduced by 5. So we'd get the weapon and the tool. So we get 10%. You have 5. We wouldn't get anything out of that. Everything else here is kind of useless. And then Elite Duelist. Your weapons have life steal. I mean, that would be pretty good, huh? We could upgrade our strength to 20. And then everything else is kind of useless. And then what was the last guy? I don't even remember. Oh, Roaming Shoal. Oh. It's Roaming Isle, not Roaming Shoal. Okay, that does nothing. Yeah, we really don't want this. So, Blood Reef Captain, like, Elite Duelist's skill is really good if we could get it, right? It's, your weapons have life steal, which would be great, but it's a diamond skill. This one, I think, was, like, silver or gold. So I think we're going to go to him. I've been doing a lot of fighting easier fights today for the skills and stuff. But I guess so far it hasn't let us down. Oh, right, his other skill is completely useless. I don't know, maybe it would have been a better idea to try and high roll with the lifesteal, but... I guess we first gotta actually win. Okay, we do win. We also get to level 10 now, which could be big for the power drill here. I hope it doesn't make me random an enchantment onto the power drill, because it feels so bad to not get one of the debuffs. Oh, and we got this. We got no vehicles, right? Yeah. I don't think it would be worth it to take out Yellow Mantis for like a thrusters just to get that vehicle buff. So, everything now has a 10% cooldown reduction. And we got heal effects, which does not work with the power drill. So I think we got a random.
Space is my canvas, and time is my paint.
We got a debuff. Okay, that's great. So, we don't have, like, any money. Could sell crypto. This other stuff is not that great. This is 10% of the item as well. I guess it's also eating this buff here, but that's fine. So now, when the power drill, first of all, it has a 1 second reduced cooldown because of the ability we just got, right? Now, whenever it goes off, it charges itself for 2 seconds because of poison, charges itself for 2 seconds because of grease fire, charges itself for 2 seconds because of hotspot, and if it crits, where's the crit one? Oh, here. If it crits, then it charges itself for 2 seconds. So on a crit, this thing is charging itself for 8 seconds every time it goes off. On no crit, it's charging itself for 6 seconds. Do we go Curio? I do like Curio, man. And I guess we could probably sell Satcom at this point.
I got everything you need. Just a matter of finding it.
Okay, that's useless. That's useless, useless, useless. This gives us 1 damage. I don't think 1 damage is enough. If it had been the 5 damage, I would have gotten it, but... Sure, give me the reroll. Crit rate is big for us. Don't need that. That's big for the spider. That's good. And we might as well just give that the drill as well. Oh, and this is worth a lot, so that will cover all of our expenses here.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything. That's been sitting there 20
Oh, we're already
years,
full.
waiting for you.
So, Spider, bad thing about Spider is his slow only lasts 1 second. Well, now it lasts 2 seconds. This increased the crit chance of the power drill. Decreased the cooldown of everything. Now our build still takes 5.3 seconds to start, which is not great.
You're doing your part.
I think we give the poison to the drill, huh? Okay, what do we got? A loot. I love this because you get to choose from 5 loot items. And they're free. There's some good items you can get here. Like, just the gold feather is so good. Gold extract, not as good. Silver insect wing. Well, the gold feather is just better than the insect wing, so I guess we're just taking the gold feather. Yeah, usually I take the feather, because if you can get a gold or diamond feather, even a silver one's pretty good. But this just makes our entire build faster, right? And by a pretty good amount. Okay, this person's on last stand. Feeling pretty good about that. Let's see where we're at. 8.4, 7.5. 5 seconds is where our combo starts now. Not fantastic, but it's better than what it was. Now what can we do to make our combo faster? Like, first Aiden doesn't do it because of how our board has to be organized. If we could get debuffs that go out immediately, because, like, slow from Rust goes out immediately to charge the drill. If we could somehow get the drill to go off immediately... That was an easy fight, by the way. He didn't even get to do, like, anything. Drill just went off 10 times and it was over. But yeah, if we could just make the drill go off sooner. Just stuff that goes off of, like, the first time you slow, maybe? Because we have an immediate slow. Do I gumballs? Oh, that's interesting. Might as well use this guy, huh? I think he's just better. Oh, he doesn't have the feather cooldown reduction. I think it's not worth it then, huh? It's actually just not worth it to run this Silver Firefly because he doesn't have the feather cooldown reduction. Gumballs could get us more crit rate, which I think is valuable. We're selling Bomb Squad and you. And we'll fill up on some gumballs. The shield ones are... Oh, these are all useless. What the heck? Just gave us an entire group of useless gumballs. We got almost only useless gumballs. That's crazy. Get some max health and regen from Finn. We go to middle and maybe hope for a drill or a DJ robot. The good thing about DJ Robot and Diamond is his cooldown goes down. So then it would get closer to making our drill go infinite. I do like Finn. But I feel like our build is more of... We're not trying to survive anything, we're just trying to kill you immediately.
What can I get you?
That didn't work. That didn't pan out for us.
That's Poe. He might have what you need.
Okay, Lord Arkin. I'm pretty sure we could kill Lord Arkin, and we're kind of at the point where we probably just want to fight the toughest stuff.
You must not know.
What does his thing do? His shields whenever you use something. I'm also kind of curious. I've never been in a position to try. If you get Arkin's ring and bring your prestige back to 20 and then win 10 wins, does that count as a perfect game or no?
Started a war today.
We're going to have to decide if he gives us thrusters if we actually put it in or not. Okay, yeah, the drill is pretty much going infinite at this point. Give a Gatling gun. I've always wondered about using Gatling gun. It's just like, you get it so late in runs. Oh, because it's whatever her face's weapon. So maybe she would be able to use it. But yeah, you get it so late in runs that, like, how often are you actually just going to be able to slot this in and be like, yeah, it's good enough? Burn skill, poison skill. I mean, poison skill whenever we poison, if we could do something else as well. Or that. First 5 times you slow, charge a poison item. I think we just do this, right, for the increased crit chance. I really wish it was a higher tier of this, but I think that's good enough. Trade health for power. What do you get from this? You get, like, you could get regen, you could get the bow, you could get the dagger. And I think, like, you can upgrade one of your weapons or something. Or enchant it with crit. I don't remember what the last one is. I don't think that's good enough. I think we'd be better off just looking for a metronome.
No weapons? Leave.
Could just buy this for a core upgrade. It's a lot of money for a core upgrade, but I think we'll do it.
Feel our energies resonating.
We got nothing. We're just seeing if maybe we get to Midsworth so we could sell it back to him. Probably just going to go to Shrouded Figure here so we can get an extra level. Okay, so this is just going to stack up more burn now. It's not huge, but it's a little something. And then this should guarantee us getting to level 12. You get 14 gold. Yeah, give me 14 gold, I guess. Not a super productive level up, but it gets us closer to 13, which could be a DJ Robot or a Power Drill upgrade. I haven't decided yet. Or a Spider or a Mantis upgrade as well. Probably Spider's better than Mantis, probably. Okay, so this person's on Last Stand. We're doing pretty good compared to them, so... As long as we could get started, I'm kind of confident that we win. He is doing one weapon, burn, lifesteal. That's a lot of damage. What's the crit on this? 105% crit chance, so he will crit every time.
You fall like a boulder.
I actually died to the burn there, huh? That's so disappointing. I can't believe that actually worked. Just barely. We almost killed him twice, right? Because when he crit, he obviously healed to pretty much full. Actually, yeah, he would have healed to full because he has less than... He doesn't have much more HP than that. Dang! Okay. I mean, that was so close, right? We just don't have enough CC. Because we don't have Blue Beetle. Is Uwashi Wally Bird? We don't have properties, so that's not really gonna pan out. Do I really go to JJ here? Just to look for a metronome?
Let's chat.
Coolant, but coolant's kind of hard to make work. There's a metronome.
I get it. You're busy. Enjoy your purchase.
I think the metronome is just gonna be objectively better than
Back for a refund.
the Mantis. Is it gonna be between these two? That's probably the best choice. So the problem now is DJ Robot. No, I guess DJ Robot does haste the same number of things because now DJ Robot hastes the power drill. Is this what I want? Because obviously Green Wasp doesn't do anything being next to the ignition core. We really want Black Spider DJ Robot upgrades if we can. And if we could put a debuff on Metronome. So right now, Power Drill, when it goes off, poisons, burns, burns. If it crits, it hastes, but it also hastes from this. So it's charging either 8 or 10 seconds, right? And so it's got a 0.4 second cooldown then. That's pretty good. There's also the possibility of putting Red Firefly next to this instead of DJ Robot. But you'd think that DJ Robot and Red Firefly are probably going to go off a similar number of times. Maybe we'll test it this next fight. I don't really have any money. I guess I could sell a few things. I don't particularly want to sell Yellow Mantis, but maybe I should. No use grabbing that. I think we just go here and re-roll the charcoal. It's been a while since we tried to re-roll him. That's not useful. It's an interesting one. Can we even beat this guy? This guy's tough. Frost Street Champion. Because he freezes all non-weapons at the start of the fight. What does Master Alchemist give? Trash Titan is only good if you have a large item. When you use a tool, it does nothing. Frost Street Champion at the start of the fight, freeze. I mean, if we had this skill, that would make our power drill immediately go off. Actually, both of these skills are... I think we have to try. I'm not sure we could beat him, but if we get either of those skills, I think it's... Especially if we get to freeze everything that's not a weapon. Because that guarantees the drill goes off immediately, and then it just starts its combo at 0 seconds, which is insane. Not a great start, but let's see if we can pull through now. No, I don't think we can win this. Oh my gosh, this guy is so ridiculous. So was that a really bad decision? Yeah, probably, because now we don't get to level 13 before the fight. I just, like... My eyes got too big. If we get this, right, we just insta-win the game. Yeah, I got a little bit overzealous, I guess. I saw a chance to insta-win the game, but unfortunately our build can't do that.
Who enters my web?
Alright, what do we got here? I've never used the dinosaurs, but they seem kind of interesting. But obviously it doesn't work here. Oh. What am I even doing now? Do I reroll here? I kind of feel like I do. And just see if I can find something. Like this. It's actually not bad. I can't believe that it actually gives me a bronze. But I guess it kind of has to because I already have one. Although I think you could find stuff that's not bronze. But I'm kind of happy that I did find a bronze in this case because I get the cooldown reduction on that guy. Yeah, I mean, it kind of paid off. This makes our combo a little bit better. But it doesn't make us start sooner. Well, are you kidding me? We go from cobweb to cobweb? Alright, so what's the play here? I don't think going back to cobweb makes sense because we don't have the money. Could go here, spend 5 gold to get this 10 more damage, but I think the sharpening kit might be gold at this point. Even the silver one gives 10 damage, right? So I think it's the same. I should just grab the sharpening kit. Yeah, it gives 15 damage, so this is actually better. That gives us like 2 more poison on the power drill. How's this guy doing? He's on last stand. Let's hope it's not a repeat of that Vanessa. Yeah, I'm 1 XP away from 13. But I still don't even know like what exactly I'm doing with the upgrade because it doesn't make my combo any faster. Which is kind of what we're missing. Ooh, he's got freeze everything. Okay. It wasn't good enough, but that was scary. What froze everything, by the way? When you freeze, this gains burn. The first time you fall below half, freeze all energy. Yeah, okay, that was scary. Luckily, he doesn't have a whole lot of skills going for him. Alright, we continue the run. Item upgrade. Could do DJ Robot, or I could look for skills. Like, is it worth it to even upgrade the drill? Like, it doesn't matter, right? I just need something to get the combo going faster. And unfortunately, upgrading any of these things does not do that. It just makes the combo go, like, slightly more infinite. Like, right now, the combo can be interrupted. But I don't think it actually helps us at all. So I think I just gotta go this and hope.
Tomorrow, if not this life, the next.
Could just make them all do more? That's not the play, right? Crit chance is interesting, but we already have one thing giving the crit chance. This is probably the right decision, but I think I gamble. First 6 times you use your rightmost item each fight, charge 1 freeze item. I don't have a freeze item. When you slow, your weapons gain 4 damage. First 5 times you freeze, each fight haste the core. I only have 1 freeze, right? This? Do I have a second freeze? I don't think so. I think it's this. This is not great.
Coin goes back to our community. We Sphinxians thank you.
That was not ideal. What am I doing here? So I could go to Curio Man. Could also reroll, but like, what am I even rerolling for right now? It's not like this is enchanted, and we already have our metronome. I really just need enchantments, I think.
you see landfill, I see buried treasure.
Okay, this is kind of good. I don't think I buy this. Am I just reducing the cooldown of the drill?
Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
Just trying to make it so when the drill goes off, it charges itself full. I think it's gotta be decently close. Do I reroll? Let's see. I could sell a lot of stuff if I want to. More crit. Let's sell you, sell you. Start with this, because that's 1% for everything.
Use everything. Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
Is the yo-yo gonna happen? I don't think the yo-yo makes sense anymore. Now that we have the metronome.
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Okay, do I want to... I might as well just raise up the gold to increase the burn on this. I sell the yellow mantis for it. Yeah, I guess so.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
I grab this for 1 damage? Probably not. So what do we got? We got 29% crit chance now. And obviously every time it poisons, we get 1% more. We got an enchantment with crit effects. We gotta look up some stuff. I think DJ Robot makes it so all your friends have 25% more crit chance. Could be interesting with the... which one is it? No, this. When you crit haste 1 item. What does metronome do? Metronome. When you use an adjacent item, the other adjacent item gains 25% crit chance. Okay, so we're gonna have to change our board up because we can't be giving crit chance to DJ Robot. I think that's the play, but we could just put a debuff on metronome, right? Ignition Core just gets 50% crit chance. That's pretty good. What about Black Spider? Your friends have 20% crit chance. I think that's just worse than DJ Robot, right? Yeah, it's just a worse version of DJ Robot. But he is a small item, so I guess it makes sense. So the question is, if we put it on metronome, then we kind of, after, like... we would flip the build so then Green Wasp is the one getting the metronome stacks. And then after like 1 activation of Green Wasp, Toxic Power Drill is almost always going to be critting. Which means it's always going to be hasting from this. But if I instead had a debuff on metronome, then it's guaranteed to be charging itself every time the metronome goes off, rather than just getting crit rate. But getting the crit rate means we do more damage. I think the crit rate might be worth it. So we flip our build like this. Yeah. This could have been... Imagine if this was like a debuff. But... Okay. Void Colossus is very beatable. Wait, doesn't Boss Haro, like... Doesn't he drop a skill that just slows everything? When any non-weapon item is used, slow it for 2 seconds. I mean, I guess that would make it, as long as we're not running into, like, a person using all weapons, that would make our drill charge faster. I don't think we want Property Baron at all. What about Void Colossus? And does anything else here? I mean, Strength, whatever. Those are just upgrades. Void Colossus. When you burn, charge a shield. That does nothing. When you burn, hasten item. That does do something. So that's a tough decision, right? Boss Haro kind of makes it if someone is faster than us and not using weapons that we slingshot off of them to start up our build. The Void Colossus. We don't burn that much, but we burn a little bit. But there's a lot more XP to be had here. We don't level up if we go Boss Haro, but we level up if we go Void Colossus. So let's go Void Colossus. Pretty sure we beat this. Is drill the first thing that goes off now? No, not quite. Okay. It was at 100% crit rate. And the Green Wasp was at 322% crit rate. That's kind of funny. So yeah, you could see that if we're faster than them, our build goes infinitely, right? The problem is actually being faster than them. And Ruby is just not going to be worth it. Okay, here is another chance. This one's tough because everything here is really good. And the problem is I don't have a good understanding of what all is in each of these. I usually, whenever I see haste and charge skills, I usually just go this. Diamond tier skills are obviously going to be the highest tier. But I don't know if we're necessarily looking for those. And slow skills. I mean, haste, the second the drill goes off, we're hasting. We're hasting all the time, right? Everything we do hastes. The first time you haste, freeze. First 3 times you use a non-weapon, charge a weapon. First 4 times your enemy uses a non-weapon, charge a weapon. I mean, that's kind of like Boss Haro's thing, except without the downside to us. Because then, say our opponent uses something at 4 seconds. First of all, the drill starts at 2 seconds, right? Because of rust. Where's rust? Right there. The drill starts at 2 seconds. Say at 2 seconds, or 3 seconds, our opponent uses something. Nah, I guess they'd have to use multiple things. So then is this better? I like Quick Freeze. I almost always go Quick Freeze. Quick Freeze is just another... Except now this will trigger off of either you or the drill, or the metronome, but the drill hitting the metronome. Yeah, I think this is better. Because now we can freeze something. And that's kind of our weakness at the moment. If we just do nothing to them while our drill punches, and we hope that we kill them faster, right? But if we freeze them, then hopefully that does enough damage to them for the drill to just win. Those medium and large items. I guess we just go there and look for DJ Robot or Power Drill.
Small items, small people.
Ah, do I reroll here? I don't even know if I can afford... Whatever. Wasn't worth it.
Oh, Wordsworth is gonna yell at me.
Okay. Temporary boost doesn't do a whole lot for us. Get a haste item could maybe just be not that. Okay. Alright, what do we got? The Dooley who's doing almost the same as us. He has one less win. He's level 17 already, though. That's concerning. How did he do that? Uh-oh. What is this? Ooh. He's got a heavy power drill. That's really bad for us. Who wins here? I guess we win. We just brute forced him. He had unwavering. Ooh, well oiled. What we really need is we need... actually, we don't really need it. I was going to say knife tricks would be pretty sweet, but we don't really need it. Trying to see if he has something that would be, like, great for us. I mean, unwavering could be okay, but he doesn't have anything that would accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish, which is start our build sooner. If we had rigged, we would have won the game, by the way. If we had rigged and rust, then the game was just over. Because then the drill would essentially just go off at like 2 seconds. Okay, we're at 9 wins. Yeah, it seems like with Bug's nerf, Power Drill goes back to being the best thing. But we'll see. I actually did, like, my 9 wins was with Bugs and no Power Drill, so... What am I doing here? I don't need this. Again, there's no real reason for me to reroll because I don't want to get rid of any of these because they all have, like, buffs from me selling items. So I could go here. The only thing I'd be looking for, I guess, just bug upgrades and possibly DJ Robot, or I could get max health. Let's go upgrades. This does nothing for us. Well, actually, it could upgrade the core, I guess, but it's too expensive. I could sell stuff and afford that. Wait, when you upgrade the core and reduces cooldown, that actually is great. Oh, we need that. I didn't realize the scrap metal, because the gold scrap metal does not do that cooldown part, right? Scrap metal. Upgrade the core, and then diamond reduces cooldown by 1 second. That brings up the possibility. I didn't know this. I don't think I've ever seen a diamond scrap metal before. That brings up the possibility of us having taken that earlier scrap metal, and instead of selling it immediately, which did very little for us except upgrade the core's like burning capabilities, we could have tried to upgrade that to diamond to then lower the core's cooldown by an extra second, which means we could have started our build at like 3 seconds, right? But yeah, we need that. That is a big bonus for us. Is it finally time for you to go? I think it's time for you to go. And obviously we get half of the value back off of this.
Use that for the good.
So there's no reason... I guess I could still run into like Midsworth. I was going to say there's no reason not to just sell it immediately, but we could technically get slightly more gold out of it. And we're not going to get more gold. The question is, do I want gumballs or do I want to go to Andy? See, I could have had this a second low, but it would have been tough. Like, there aren't really any upgrades that I've wasted, right? Every upgrade has been very intentional. Do I want to go to Andy and look for the bugs, which really only Black Spider matters? But now our build starts at 4 seconds, right? Which is big. Big, big, big. Does it start at 4 seconds? Trying to figure this out. You are at 2 seconds. 4 seconds in, you'll be at 6 seconds. This will go off. So yes, the build starts at 4 seconds now. So we could look, and I really only want Black Spider, or we just buy gumballs. I think we just buy gumballs. Okay, Vulcus Enforcer I also always lose to. But doesn't Vulcus Enforcer also just like win us the game if we get the right thing from him? That's not how you spell that. Vulcus Enforcer. The first 3 times you shield each fight? No. When you freeze, your items gain 3% crit chance for the fight. No, he does not just win us the game. Although he could give us Icicle. But I don't really have room for Icicle. Unless I want to get rid of the core. But we're getting a little bit crazy if we get rid of the core for Icicle. The problem is I don't have a freeze skill, right? If I had, like, haste when you freeze, that would make Icicle the best thing we could possibly have, but I don't have that. So I could go Boss Haro and try again for that skill. I'm nervous that I lose to Vulcus Enforcer. But it would be nice to have the Icicle sitting on standby. I might actually, like... I'm gonna click on Boss Haro. I still need to think about, am I actually taking this skill if I get it? Okay, so our build should start right when this goes off. Yep. So yeah, we're a second faster. I think I do take it if we get it. Okay, we did not get it, so I don't have to make that decision. That would have been a really tough decision. It could potentially be like game losing. I guess I might as well hold on to these if I can sell them to Barcoon. Gold Bug is probably the answer here, although a good gold loot item would be the real answer. It was like insect wing or feather. Give me a gold tier friend. That's not who I wanted. Do I go Tinker? I think I go Tinker. I got a lot of stuff I could sell. Really, you're just gonna give me a random diamond yellow mantis? That's not gonna happen, but that's funny. I wish Tinker bought friends for a higher price. You're really gonna give me Blue Beetle day 13? 9 wins? You're actually kidding. Like, I can't afford to take this, right? This no longer helps me in any way. I'm pretty sure it's not enough. Like, I can't fit it into my build anywhere logically. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Nice try, though, Tinker. Anyways, here, you can have this friend. This is also a friend, you can have that. Okay, we got one more shop before we take our chance at... chance at winning damage. So I almost always go for the enchantments. Unfortunately, it's another not debuff. I really wanted to see a debuff, but DJ Robot, do you do anything? You just deal 100 damage. That's not worth it, surely. And that's kind of like, I guess we could look up Black Spider, but you deal 20 damage. That's not do anything. So this would deal 10 times damage of the Ignition Core. The problem is, what's going off more, Ignition Core or Green Wasp? It's got to be Ignition Core, right? So I guess we just give it to Ignition Core? Because Ignition Core stacks itself, right? When Ignition Core goes off once, which is before Green Wasp even goes off a single time, then this will then do 100 damage, which is about the same as Green Wasp. And Green Wasp won't scale at all, whereas the Ignition Core will keep scaling. And there's nothing else that we want, so I guess that's the best choice. Okay, a Mac on 8 wins, doing about the same as us. I guess there's no reason to sell that shield gumball. Might as well just keep it in case we can sell it for money. Okay, can we pick up the 10 wins? It'll be my first 10 wins with Dooley after they nerfed bugs and stuff. And we did go power drill, which was the plan today. What is this? This is going to be a pain. Uh-oh. He froze the core? Are you serious? Okay, here we go. The core's actually going to do a lot. Okay, yep. We just win. Just like that. That easy. What did more damage, the core or the power drill? Surely it's got to be the power drill, right? But I'm seeing slow and steady, which we obviously had in gold, and I was just thinking, what if we had a heavy power drill this run? That would have been pretty crazy. Oh my gosh, if we... I guess Diamond Fangs wouldn't have done anything for us, but... And he only had 2 items where... How did you get Shiny Fang and Diamond Fangs? Did you fight Sabretooth twice and get the 2 best things? That's crazy, man. Anyways, oh, it wasn't even close. I thought Core was doing a little bit better than that. But, I mean, it was supplemental damage, right? It helped us win faster. There it is. There's a 10 win. I guess Power Drill is still where it's at for Dooley. And something like this. We replaced, we replaced Yellow Mantis with DJ Robot, which is something that I figured out is probably better. The only thing is, when you have a build like this where 3 of our items aren't friends, maybe you could start to argue that Yellow Mantis is better, because Yellow Mantis is small. It could haste the things that aren't friends, and I think at Diamond it would be hasting... Well, let's look at it real quick. I think it hastes 5 things at Diamond, right? How do you... Yeah. I don't know which letters are missing. Yellow, like that. There we go. No, he hastes 4. Which I guess was the same as what DJ Robot was doing. But it's a smaller slot. And if we had shoved everything over, he'd be in between 2 burn items, right? So you could maybe argue that Yellow Mantis could have been better here, and then we could have possibly slotted in a Blue Beetle right there next to the Metronome. And then all of a sudden we have Freeze as well in this build. But yeah, something like this seems like the best way. Still looking for Power Drill. But I'm still... There's got to be some other stuff that's good with Dooley. But for now, this is probably going to be my go-to build. And we're going to do a ranked game after this, so we'll probably shoot for this again, or a similar thing. But yeah, I'm sure that with how all the cores have changed, something else, you would think something else has to be crazy. I just don't know what it is. I did try like a shield build, and I did get a almost perfect run, except then I lost to something stupid. I lost to like the wrong random item getting frozen. And I think I made a bad decision in that run that ended up losing it for me as well. So I think if I did those 2 things better, maybe shield build is good. What do we get? We get a chest. I think we'll save the chest till after our ranked game. That was a long one. Lots of talking about the new stuff for Dooley, how all the changes have come to play for him with like he just works completely different, right? All of his cores are different. You now don't get his core at the same time. You also now get more core choices, which is kind of great. Um, but yeah, with the bug nerfs, it's tough to just win off of the merit of bugs. You need something else going for you, like a power drill. But that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll be back with a ranked game right after this. And I will see you in the next one. Okay. So yeah, we're going to do a ranked game in a second here. So I'm going to go fill up my water, and then we'll get into the ranked game. Okay, I'm back. Oh, wait, what challenges do we still need? Oh, we just need to learn one gold skill, and then we got weekly stuff, but... Buy some large items. I don't really buy large items. Like, the only large item I was buying was Bulldozer. And now it's really hard to fit Bulldozer into a bug build with Power Drill. But maybe if we have like the bare bones bug build of just Firefly, Wasp, Black Spider, then maybe we could fit it. But we probably can't have a core then. But anyways, let's get started with another Dooley run, this time ranked. I think we'll try and force the power drill. And maybe we'll find something cool to go with it without the bugs, or we'll use different bugs, or... But we really struggled early game last time. And I think that might happen a lot, because a lot of Dooley's early items aren't particularly strong. So if we could win a few runs, or a few, like, early days, and then get a good build... Then you can maybe just get like a quick 10 wins before you have to deal with all the nonsense at the end of the game. But Power Drill is very strong, and our problem there was getting the build started early enough. 4 seconds is not ideal. Because like with bugs, with Bulldozer bugs, I was getting the build started at like 2.5 seconds, which was pretty good. 4 seconds is kind of slow, but we did see a way that we could maybe get faster with that scrap metal. If we can upgrade the scrap metal, we can take a second. Like, that's a permanent upgrade that you can get to your core that is not normally available to you. So if you can get a scrap metal and upgrade it to diamond, because the cores cooldown, well, some of the cores do, but that's an extra second off of the core's cooldown. Anyways, let's get started. Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more of the Bazaar. We are back with another Dooley run right after the big changes to Dooley. We actually managed to win last run, where it was the first time I tried out Power Drill since they made all the changes to nerfing the bugs. Power Drill was obviously his best thing before the bugs, and then I think bugs was kind of the best, but you could also put Power Drill into it. Now I think like Power Drill is maybe necessary again to run with the bugs. because the bugs aren't quite as strong on their own. So anyways, we're going to get into it today. Last time we kind of struggled early. Hopefully we can maybe pick up some better items early game. I feel like it wasn't entirely my fault, right? Because we were forced to go to middle. And I almost feel like you can't not have this extra income on Dooley right now. Maybe I'm crazy and I just love re-rolling shops. But like going with this other stuff feels like you could just instantly lose the game. And like at least with this, you can empty out an early game shop and just have a bunch of options. Like I can't afford to just grab this slow item here. I gotta go JJ. Okay. I still like red firefly, green wasp, probably my favorite things to just see day one. Now that we can't see the other bugs, at least these guys do something. Brick buddy, gonna be pretty useful. Blast doors is interesting, but I don't think we're ever going to do anything with it. When your opponent uses a weapon or a burn item, charge this. Like, is Blast Doors any good? It just seems so bad. Blast Doors. Scales its shield. But other than that, it doesn't really get any better. I have to assume that this item is just terrible late game. That's interesting. I think we pick up the Uzi. Weak point detector is too slow to even really work with the Uzi. I think we pick up the Uzi just because it could help us out with some core stuff once we actually get the core. What I don't know what to do is, should Bomb Squad be... What side should Bomb Squad be on, right? There is also the option that... Like, there's 3 ways we could do it. We could do it like this, which charges Red Firefly the most. We could do this, which charges Brick Buddy the most. Or we could do this, which charges Bomb Squad the most. I think we want Brick Buddy charged the most. But Viper's just going to do poison, but we're probably going to go to Sandstorm. Like, I almost always fight Viper. Like, Kyver and Fanged are not worth it. I think the only one that's really worth it besides Viper is Banana Bolt now because of his possible gold skill. And then Pyro, I can't remember what he's called, but the little flame could be useful in a lot of builds, especially right now where we could get some extra fire. But other than that, Viper, like the chance of getting Toxic Fang is a pretty big benefit if you could get Toxic Fang and actually have it work with you. But yeah, we're... Actually, we might have enough fire that we don't have to go to Sandstorm. It's gonna be kind of close. But we should win at Sandstorm either way. Yeah, the Sandstorm rope just appeared. So yeah, I mean, the good thing about Viper is I'm really okay with, like, everything, except Extract doesn't help us right now. And we do get the Toxic Fang. Now, I did talk about this last time. Weird thing about the Toxic Fang is because it has less than 10 damage, it currently does not do any poison. So we do need to get it above 10 damage before it would do poison, or get a skill that would improve our poison items. And we could go Kina, but I do think Jungle Ruins for 3 regen is probably worth it. Ooh. Get a friend. I think we just go Tiny Furry Monster. Immediately make sure we have the XP for day 2. Because sometimes you just don't get to level 3 and then it feels really bad. So there's no feasible way I can put in Toxic Fang. I could put in Uzi, but I think it's not going to do enough. So this is probably our best build still. We're kind of just hoping he's burn, I guess. If he's poison, I think we lose. He's poison and damage. Oh my gosh. Why do they always get this magic carpet letter opener combo? That's so broken. I've seen... This is the second or third Mac I've seen with this combo day one. Although I think he missed his 75% crit. It's gonna get out of hand now, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna die. This combo is so stupid day one. It's like my items were not prepared to deal with that, right? And what is this? He had heavy venom. Yeah, that's unfortunate for me. Alright, what can we get here? I don't think Brick Buddy's staying long term. If we do this, then we can put in Toxic Fang. So I think I just grab this.
You've learned all you can from me. See Argenta. She's wonderful.
JJ's too random for me, so I think Tiny Furry Monster is going to be a better bet. Can anyone benefit from the Fang being next to it? Use an adjacent friend when you use an adjacent friend, or when you slow/haste. So yeah, none of them can benefit from Toxic Fang being next to it. Okay, we could B1 and B2. Bomb Squad's an okay target. Red Firefly we're gonna probably have long term. That's why I like grabbing Red Firefly and Green Wasp, because it's very likely we're gonna keep them long term. But like upgrading them is not that valuable. Could also upgrade the Uzi to have more ammo on it. Brick Buddy's also kind of decent, but like we're not charging it very quickly because Bomb Squad is super slow and Red Firefly is the same speed. Let's go Quicksoul.
How do you hugelings use these things?
We actually found an Uzi upgrade at Quicksoul.
So I can buy things. Huge things.
And then maybe I just buy Chem Snail?
On behalf of the Grand
The big
Sky,
question is, do I reroll here? Okay. We got the Uzi upgrade, but I think that this is better than Bomb Squad. But if I could charge the Red Firefly, that'd be cool too. But maybe before the end of the day. I think I don't reroll here. Save my money a little bit. I think I too often just reroll automatically and don't watch my money well enough. But this should easily beat Rogue Scrapper. What do we want from Rogue Scrapper? Just Rust would be great. Other than that, Junkyard Club would give Toxic Fang an extra poison. Ow. Oh yeah, we can't really get through that shield very easily. We're just chopping away at it with these Toxic Fangs. I should end up winning here in Sandstorm just because I'll have too much shield for him to deal with. Yeah, I think Rust is the ideal item for us here. That is not Rust. Health and shield. 3 more regen or 3 gold? I think I get 3 more regen. What is the other thing here? Bronze tier loot items. Okay, what core are we grabbing? We got ignition as a choice again. We got companion. What do we miss? We're missing the regular core again. That's 2 runs in a row where regular core wasn't an option. I just noticed, I don't know why I've never seen this before, but the cards have shadows. Like it was putting a shadow over the poison number there. So I mean, I obviously have friends for companion core. But we could just go ignition core again. Ignition core is probably the best for power drill. Companion core is probably the second best for power drill if you have enough friends to make it go off a lot. I mean, I guess maybe this could be cool if you had the power drill on the right side and had a crit synergy, because then the drill would be charging the core by critting, and it would get increased crit chance. I think it really just has to be ignition core, huh? Ignition core is just too good. Alright, we could go Kina and search for stuff, or I could just go racetrack and grab something. It's a tough one. Let's go racetrack. Satcom. Interesting. So last run we held Satcom for a long time as well, just to try and get some friends. Oh, you won day 1, huh? Would I rather have Uzi and a bomb squad? Or is Chem Snail better? I think we go with this and hope. This guy's got a lot of stuff. Oh, so this is this the same guy? I actually I didn't read the other guy's name, but he has the same thing with the letter opener magic carpet combo. Gosh. And then it obviously crit on an 8% chance there to kill me. Okay, so again, off to a really bad start, losing day 1 and day 2. I don't think the alternative would have fared much better, though. So let's go Sylvia, because we could find some higher tier bugs. Also coolant. We could still do, like, the old fiber optic coolant power drill.
That piece has some stories.
Really, it has to be green wasp. It couldn't be one of the ones that's limited to being silver. The question here is, do I buy the better brick buddy?
I certainly don't have a use for it.
It's not that much better. And even like this better brick buddy probably wouldn't have even won us that last fight. Combat core is kind of bad. I feel like it's just too big, right? It would have to be like the same size as the core, maybe, to be considered. Probably just going XP here. Although I could hunt for a power drill already. Kind of a tough decision. I actually don't know the right answer. I think if I find power drill, this is the answer, but can't guarantee I find a power drill. I think I should
Not
look.
finished with fighting, but I can help you finish a fight.
I guess I'm doing this.
Just stillness.
We're probably putting Uzi in before the end of this day. No power drill. That's terrible news. Can we beat you? Hoverbike Hooligan? He's kind of tough. This build is not ideal. If I do like this, just trying to stop the hoverbike hooligan from killing me, pretty much. I don't know if this is enough. I might actually die to him. This build is super weak. I don't know what either of these, Dabbling Apprentice, because I could do either of those and still get to level 4. The first time you fall below, reload 2 items that we don't really need that. Vial of Blood is kind of whatever. What was the other dude? Frost Street Challenger. When you freeze, your weapons gain 2 damage for the fight. Could give us an icicle. And then what does Hoverbike Hooligan actually give? Wait, hover... Is that not how you spell hover? Oh, it's Hoover Bike. Oh. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really give us anything useful. So it'd really just be about the extra resources. I think we just go Frost Street Challenger, because I am not confident we beat him. I'm kind of maybe just hoping for an icicle. Jeez. Our build does not do a whole lot. That is not what I want. So that's terrible news. Do I get rid of Chem Snail? Kind of keeping this guy in case I get a first Aiden. If I want to go poison, just maybe keep the Chem Snail. What are the odds I would actually use Copper Ed? I think we get rid of Copper Ed. I don't even want this item. I'm just going to sell it, but I need to be able to sell it. Do I give 2 poison? I could either give 2 poison to the Toxic Fang. I could give it 5 damage. Or I could give it 10 damage, which gives it... The 5 damage also gives it 1 poison, but the 10 damage gets me closer to giving it 2 poison. Let me just get rid of this. Or I could go Andy. What am I looking for at Andy? I guess pick up the metronome. I don't even know if we can get the metronome quite yet. So yeah, I think it's really just go here, buff the Fang. And we'll buff it by 10 damage. It's expensive, but it's 10 damage, 1 extra poison, and we get close to another poison. Do I upgrade the SATCOM right now? That's what I've been doing. I worry that if I upgrade the SATCOM, I could lose this next fight. But I think I should. Just like the economy off of getting a silver thing every single day. And possibly it being useful. Oh, there's Tinker. I guess we go to Tinker first. I don't know if I can even afford to reroll a Tinker. Or maybe I just go this. I don't know if Tinker has silver stuff right now or not. Maybe I just go this. Of course, a Diamond Vanessa that won both fights already. That's not what you want to see, but maybe the shield will save me unless she's poisoned. So, what am I trying to do here? I mean, it doesn't really matter where these guys are, but I'm just stacking the burn items, trying to set off the core as much as possible and as much poison as possible. This is not great, but I think it's better than Brick Buddy, especially since we already have 400 shield. We're just hoping we can lay it down enough damage. Higgle Peddler. This guy's obviously a Bazaar player. Okay, he only does burn and damage, but he does a lot of it. Although we do a lot of burn.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Did we need the shield? Try to calculate. It was a 400 damage shield. We have 550 health. I think we would have lived with 9 HP. Unless we regened back up and we would have died in between there, maybe? By the way, if we had, like, left-handed, that would be great for our Toxic Fang right now. But just temporarily, right? It's not that good long-term for us. Okay, we get a Narwhal. That's not great. Could get an XP. Could go Barcoon. Barcoon could potentially have a Power Drill. If I upgrade a Toxic Fang, it would get another poison because it would get to 20 damage. I could upgrade Chem Snail for the extra slow and extra poison. Bomb Squad upgrade wouldn't be that bad either. I think Brick Buddy's gonna go. Brick Buddy can't fit back in. I think it's gotta be a Chem Snail. Just make us kill a little bit faster, charge the Green Wasp a little bit more. I could potentially move you back over here, but probably not worth it. I have bronze tier items I want to sell, just you. I guess I'm gonna sell you, but you're not bronze. Or do I just go Finn and get the extra regen and max health? I think this guy's items are too random, and we're only getting 1 extra gold out of going there.
Body and soul.
Okay, once again, Prince Marianus. Last time I said no to Prince Marianus. When you slow, your items get 2% crit. Okay, he has slow and steady as one of his items. Electric eels on a 6-second cooldown, consistently slowing. Also, Eluso Ray. Doing a lot of slows. Is 1200 health. I don't know if we beat him or not. And if we die, that's a disaster. Last time I went for Dervish. I think I have to go for Dervish. I don't see, we don't have that much health. I don't see how we beat Prince Marianus. Granted, we don't use items that much. Ah, no, the Uzi's gonna get us killed against him, for sure.
Plump and pampered as babies.
So again, the only thing we don't want here is probably shoe blades. Bar of gold is not as good either, but at least we could sell it.
The bazaar has not softened you.
I mean, we win pretty quick. Because we got these two guys on the side here. Of course. 4 regen. I think we go Quick Soul.
Hi, I'm Quixel, Master Merchant or something.
There's a spider.
Instead, he actually cares about this.
Spider probably not usable over Silver Chem Snail quite yet. Last time we went rocket launcher for like 1 round or something. But I think this is fine replacement for rocket launcher. Okay, silver skill. Can we get something useful? That would give our Toxic Fang 2 extra damage. Or 2 extra poison. Use a burn item. That item gains 1 burn for the fight. When you haste, your items gain... Okay, we don't currently... Well, this guy hastes. But we're not doing that a lot. Tempted to go this, just so Uzi and Toxic Fang do a little bit more. Otherwise, I would reroll here. But we don't have a lot of money. Let's do this. Even though they're kind of already falling off. Okay, do I go weapons and just look for power drill already? I could just go docks, get 2 gold and a weapon, and hope that it's power drill. It's a grenade. Okay, we got a pig with no wins. We got a chance. He's got all weapons? What is he doing? Oh, geez. He might actually do some damage. Does he one-shot us? No, I don't think so. How much crit do you have? Not very much. We need to hurry up. If he gets this... That could potentially kill me. He Why did that win? Oh my goodness. Did he crit there? No, I don't think he did. Why the low? Oh, because he gained 10 damage for the second hit, I think. He must have crit with one of these things because I'm pretty sure I should have survived both of those. With this being at 100 and this being at, I think, 30? Yeah, I think he crit with one of the Lumbor hits. Otherwise, we would have lived, and I think he would have ticked to death. That's such a shame. Alright, what do we get? Got this bird again. Bird doesn't really do anything for us because we don't have properties as Dooley.
Discounts for peace.
Okay. I'm gonna grab this.
Guided me to what you needed.
And other than that, kind of useless. Could go more to Finn.
Any good
Or look
fights
for
lately?
Power Drill again.
Well, I do miss it.
Nope.
I hope you live long enough to reconsider.
Okay. Trash Town Mayor or Saber Tooth? Trash Town Mayor, one of his skills is shield and one of his skills is weapons, but we're not buying that many weapons. So Trash Town probably is worse. Sabretooth, at least we could use it to charge the claw if we got the shiny fang. And if we got the skill, once our stuff gets to diamond, that would actually be kind of useful. Otherwise, we might just get a pelt to sell. Yeah, I mean, at least Uzi's doing a little bit of damage. Currently, our build is just terrible. Oh my gosh, it's not even like a valuable pelt. Last time, at least, we got a diamond pelt. So, upgrade skills. Like, neither of our skills really need to be upgraded, so I guess we just go middle, look for Power Drill.
What can I get you?
DJ Robot, though. Go ahead, get DJ Robot.
On my back, and I'll trot it to your door.
And then... Okay, nothing. We're probably gonna fit in DJ Robot. 16 gold there. Yeah, it's probably gotta be 16 gold. That's the good thing about collecting a whole bunch of friends, is if you ever see that gold for friends, you just get a whole bunch. Do I just pull a random skill out of the Lost Crate? Or we could also go medium item from the Lost Crate. I never do that, but we're looking for a Power Drill right now. It's not really that useful, but it could at least give us something. Okay, Mac hasn't won a single round yet. Hopefully we could beat that guy. Okay, so we need to change stuff up. Nanobots might actually make it in. First of all, coolant's going to be hard to keep up with. So, like this. Does Uzi stay? Is the question. And would it be better to have Chem Snail here instead of Black Spider? Also, with the nanobots not having two friends to be adjacent to it, it's a little bit less good. So, because the Chem Snail's still doing 2 slows right now, whereas Black Spider's only doing 1. Would it be better to just put coolant here? Or it's probably actually better to do this, huh? Because this gets charged by the core. Yeah, this build looks kind of wonky. I think Bomb Squad's out for sure. I was just keeping you to hopefully get a heal item, but that's not going to happen. We need to make space because SATCOM and schematics, but I guess schematics is when you level up. Okay, is this good enough to win? I have no idea, but I'm hoping we can. This guy's got a lot of skills. He has a lot of fangs. What the heck? I'm a little concerned. His fang does a lot of damage. Okay. I was gonna say, we're doing way more debuffs than he is, but his weapons are doing more damage than my one fang is. Alright, we got a lot of money now, so it's probably a good opportunity. Ooh. We got a gold firefly. That's just gonna be useful. But yeah, probably a good idea to start perusing some shops. There's a blue beetle.
I'm so glad we could share this experience today.
Use a friend, charge the core, and haste a large item. I don't think we're going to have a large item. I think it's too risky to try and even pick that up. It is a property. I didn't realize this was a property. Granted, still, it's not like we're going to have a lot of properties, so the bird probably wasn't going to be good anyways, but good to know that Dooley does have some property options. Okay, middle. Do I hunt for power drill? So can I even fit blue beetle in right now? I could put it over here, maybe? I don't think it's gonna work out quite yet. Like, Chem Snail can't stay, but I don't really know what to do at the moment. 2 income would be nice, but I think we just search for power drill.
Sale, no sale. I want what's right for you.
Okay, well that didn't really work out. Use a friend. This guy's just too big, right? Takes up too much space. And his cooldown's a little bit too long. He's not going to get charged consistently enough.
It all works out.
Oh my god, this is like the exact same run we had last time. At least all the same monsters. Last time I fought... Did I fight Foreman? Pretty sure I fought Foreman. Because Lone Shark can't really give me anything that I want anyways. I guess Foreman can't really either. No, I must have fought Sabretooth. Because yeah, I don't remember fighting Foreman I don't think Dire Mosquito really gives us anything that great anyways. Although thinking on it, I probably should have gone Dire Mosquito because I think it has some slow synergies for weapons. So I maybe could have, if I get a heavy power drill, then that would have popped off. I don't have enough room for you. I think I'm just getting rid of this schematic. I didn't really want the schematic anyways. Oh, Mountain Pass. Gotta give up going for weapons, though, to do it. I think it's gotta be worth it, though. Okay, we get Sergeant Suds. I don't really know what this guy gives, but...
A soldier!
Your leftmost... okay, that does nothing for us. Maybe Rivet Gun could do something, but...
I spent a year in a Yetarian prison. You can't hurt me.
Our build is just doing not a lot right now. We do get Rivet Gun. Use the item to the right, charge the item to the left. How would we make this work? Initial dose kind of messes it up. I was trying to figure out a way for Toxic Fang to, like, charge DJ Robot if we flipped everything. I don't think it will work, but... Upgrade a silver or lower tier item. Can't upgrade Satcom. Could maybe upgrade Blue Beetle. Or the Spider. Which would help us get Snail out of here. Or I could upgrade DJ Robot. Lower his cooldown by 1 second. I think Black Spider is probably the best choice. But if I then get a black spider, a gold black spider from this, I'm gonna feel real bad. Problem is we're gonna lose some poison out of that. And also skill could be really useful for us. That's tough, but we need some better stuff. Sharpening. Probably give us 10 damage for an extra poison there. But we really just need to go to shops.
Oh, come on then. Let's let this
Okay, there's a Blue Beetle upgrade.
Quixel was watching.
If there was ever a time I was gonna go Dualtron, it would be right now, huh? Let's read exactly how Dualtron works. When you haste, slow, poison, freeze, or burn, charge this. When you use a friend's shield. So it does work off the Fang. Problem is if I keep this core right here, there's no way for me to have the Ignition Core and Dualtron on board. But surely Dualtron is better. We don't get the shield off of the Fang going off. We do get the charge. And Dualtron at Diamond charges 2 seconds and gives 100 shield. I feel like Dualtron's gotta be better than what we currently have. Although, looking at it, Rivet Gun kind of helps Blue Beetle a little bit. So essentially how this works, Toxic Fang is going to get 1 by in, which will charge Ignition Core by 1 second. So at 5 seconds, Ignition Core will go off, which will then charge Blue Beetle by 1 second, which will make it freeze, making Green Wasp go off, making Black Spider go off, making Red Firefly go off. So this does make the combo go 1 second faster by using Rivet Gun. Is that better than getting Dualtron here? I've never actually used Dualtron before. But like the cost of Dualtron is very great. So we'd lose the ore. And like this, our combo starts at 5 seconds. With Dualtron, our combo starts at 6 seconds because Toxic Fang doesn't actually start the combo. Do I maybe just pick up Dualtron? I got so much money.
Not too big, not too small. Perfect.
I'm losing 12 gold for that, though. I just don't think Dualtron is good enough, honestly. Although the good thing is that Dualtron would be hasted by DJ Robot, at least. And when DJ Robot goes off, he would haste 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. So that would give Dualtron 6 seconds. And if Dualtron's Diamond, that would give him 12 seconds. I'm gonna buy it.
That's how a master merchant makes a sale.
Oh, jeez. It's Vanessa that's lost like day 2 and that was it. The problem is I don't know what to do right now, right? I don't know if I should do this with the Rivet Gun, which is kind of a clever little trick to get Blue Beetle to go off faster and make everything go a little bit faster. Or if I should just go Dualtron, wait the full 6 seconds for everyone to go off. And then... like, the good thing about that is we get some defense. We get the shield every time a bug goes off. Or every time a friend goes off. This has no defense, but might do more damage. Does Rivet Gun do anything meaningful other than its passive? Not really. Rivet Gun is literally just for its passive. I have no. I feel like this Vanessa's probably gonna beat us either way, right? But this could be a big choice. Putting in Dualtron in this slot instead could be the difference between us winning here. I really don't want to lose right now. Because then we're one loss away from last stand. So at 6 seconds, all of these will go off because DJ Robot will get charged 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 250 shield gets dropped. And Dualtron will be at 6 seconds down, 5 seconds down. Still got 19 seconds left, but it'll be hasted at least. Oh wait, no, it'll be better than that, right? Because we're freezing twice, slowing twice, hasting 6 times. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So at 6 seconds, this guy's actually only got 12 seconds left. Is that very good? I don't think so. I think he kind of needs to be diamond. Hopefully I made the right call here, but it's likely that we still lose this fight because this person's doing well. What are they, just all weapons? Oh, just fast weapons though. And they get 5 damage every single time? Come on, man, really?
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
I don't think Dooley would have been enough. I think they would have just killed me through the shield. He has this stupid thing, this Bloodhound. Oh boy, this is going terribly. Still haven't even found Power Drill, by the way. Okay, I could do this for 2 XP. Or I could go here, where it could have all of my friends, or a Power Drill. What do we get here? We got Zorsid. Go here. We got a lot of money. Metronome. That's one piece of the puzzle. We're still missing the other piece of the puzzle, though. Turbo Gearnola Bar. Don't think that'll do it for me. Haste items. I feel like we gotta go here.
Can I help you?
There's the Power Drill. And enchant the item with turbo if able. That's interesting. We just like have a machine that prints turbo items at silver. Alright, Zorsid, you're out. Nanobot's never gonna work. We need to figure out what our build is actually gonna become now, huh? Oh, jeez. I don't have enough room. I'm quickly realizing that I don't know how we're gonna make this work.
Stay long.
It's kind of nice to have the Fang for the poison. But I at least need the metronome. I can't not have the metronome. Okay, let's flip everything real quick. Like this. Now the question is, what's better, Ignition Core or DJ Robot? So if we do this, we'll charge the beetle, so it'll go off in 5 seconds. And the drill will go off once the beetle goes off. And then we start. So combos at 5 seconds. But it's not an infinite combo because we don't have any synergies with Power Drill right now. I think we're just gonna lose. And if we do get synergies with Power Drill, it's probably gonna make us swap everything over to the left side. I mean, I think we just go Thug and hope we get Bonk. Otherwise, improvised Bludgeon is fine. Is he gonna kill me? Okay. This build is terrible, dang it. It just doesn't work right now. I have no skills, I have nothing that works, and we lost too many times early. And some of those fights we lost, like, so close. There's a diamond item that we could just re-roll into stuff. I think Dualtron's gotta go, he's not gonna fit. Alright, what do we got here? I mean, the items that are good are the ones that make the power drill burn, right? Which I think are only here.
No food seems wise, but he may only seem so.
First 5 times you slow each fight, charge 1 poison item, your shield items. Well, that's not useful. When you use a friend, burn 2. That's not exactly what I was looking for, but it does make everything charge the power drill a little bit faster.
Not all power has wisdom.
First Aiden doesn't really fit. I feel like Toxic Fang's gonna do the job of First Aiden. Ooh. I think I pick up the DJ Robot here. They're really trying to force my hand. Is that better than Ignition Core? It's pretty close. Oh my gosh, this is not useful at all. I mean, if I go here, I'm just looking for Power Drill and that's it. It's friends, so it doesn't trigger off a Toxic Fang. I think the potential for DJ Robot's just bigger than the core. DJ Robot is giving 5 hastes, so it's instantly charging the drill. And it's also going to haste the drill, so that's 6 hastes. Guess I might as well look for power drill.
Buy my weapons.
Bulldozer, but I don't think it really works. I don't think Bulldozer, especially not Silver Bulldozer, is good enough.
I respect new food, but bare hands are not enough.
Alright, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, you're doing really good. That's terrible news. Well, I really don't want to hit last stand right now, but we might. And I don't think there's much I could do about it. We got an okay build, I just don't think it's good enough. But when we hit last stand, we'll be able to enchant something. Hopefully we can enchant the drill with something useful. Is that Dualtron? No. Oh, it's force field build. Holy. That's not great. Okay, he almost one-shot me immediately. Okay, he didn't actually do damage with that next hit. Oh, that almost killed me. Okay. That was so close to killing me. We were just barely keeping his shield down. And then it like popped up and he actually got a shot off. That was scary. I can't believe we walk out of that with a win. Did I leave enough room? Yeah, we got Eluso Ray. That's interesting. Nanobots, you gotta go. It's not gonna happen. Coolant? I don't see how I'm gonna make coolant happen either. The only way I could make it work is with fiber optic. Okay, Uzi's definitely not gonna happen anymore. And I guess I could just keep Satcom to maybe get a better green wasp. Or just stuff to sell, I suppose. Do I just go here, just look for upgrades?
Come with no weapons, leave with big bargains.
Yellow Mantis. We kind of talked about this last time, if Yellow Mantis was better than DJ Robot. There's one less haste in this case, because we have Blue Beetle this time. Last time we didn't. I think it's worse. But its advantage is that it's smaller. I don't think it's gonna work. There's that. It's not massive, but it's a little bit of an upgrade. Now, DJ Robot... Well, DJ Robot was already permanently hasted, but now Power Drill will probably be permanently hasted. And I don't think I could fit Defense Matrix in my build. Haste item. Could reroll this, Spices. But what would I even be looking for? I guess maybe fiber optic? Or one of the Blue Beetle or the Black Spider? Kinda it. Just give me something. Motherboard. That's not gonna work for us. What do we got? Okay, last time we went Cosmic Rock, but we have 0% crit chance this time. Sell this real quick. Figure out what Wandering Shoal does again. When you slow, charge one item. Oh, we could use that. So yeah, I think we just go Wandering Shoal, because I have no crit chance for this. But there's a lot of other good things I could get here, right? I think we just go this. Please give me the thick hide. Okay, we did eventually get through. Jellyfish is not it. Do I go for a tool, try and get power drill? That's not it. It's a non-weapon item. Temporary boost I don't think does enough. Toys, we could maybe find a yo-yo, but unless we literally had a toxic yo-yo, I don't see how we replace the Fang. Maybe I do just take the temporary boost, though, because it does help Fang. Large items we don't really need. Let's go here, see if we can find something special. Don't like that one. Don't really like that one. We just avoided that. Don't really see why I would do this. I don't want to waste all my money. At least give me something, like, viable. Okay, sure.
To trust the shrouded stranger. Where will this lead you?
Do I get gold or do I think I get XP? I could potentially... Oh, I'm 1 XP off. Could have potentially gotten a 10 there. Okay, this guy's the same level as... He's pretty much... He's got the exact same stats that I do. So what does that mean for us? I have no idea.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
He's got a lot of health. Okay, he's doing shield one-shot build as well, which is bad. Because I think we will just get one-shot. Luckily, his shield item went off before, or his damage item went off before he got the shield. Oh, he has a second one. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that he had a second one. I was only looking at this, not paying attention to this. Okay. Well... Not quite out of it yet. Damage is so bad.
Your things are so dull. Let me brighten them.
Okay, please be something useful. Turbo. That's okay. Wow, really? Immediately get another haste? So, hold on, let me think. There's really no reason to double the haste time on Metronome. Double the haste time on DJ Robot, probably not the play either. I guess I would just put turbo on whichever one is going off the most. Which is probably Red Firefly. I still don't think our build is good, though, is the problem. Like, now at least we could do something with the drill, but it's not enough. I would love to go Pearl's Dig side, but I don't really have any money. What do we get anyways? Yeti Crab? Okay, I mean, that's something. I think we just go Blood Reef Captain. That's what we did last time, and that lowered all of our cooldowns, which was good.
The Tyrant King sends his regards. I failed the coral.
That's not very good. We just have, like, our damage doesn't scale in any way. Last time we had, like, a crit rate. I don't know why we have no skills this time. We did get this, though, full arsenal. So we'll have 10% lower cooldowns. Just something.
Send me your huge items. Price? Don't care.
I guess give me that.
Now sell me something. Something huge.
I don't have anything huge for you.
Midsworth says I have to trade even when I don't care.
I think I gotta reroll and just hope I get something. That's not gonna do it. Well, I'm kind of thinking we might be dead here in a second. I don't think this build does enough.
Punish the warful.
Ha, funny. That doesn't really help me.
I feel like you're not being
We're 1 XP away. That's unfortunate. Are we dead here? We might be dead here. This guy's 11. I don't know. This one just fell apart, huh? It didn't work out nearly as well as last time. But it took forever for us to, like, find stuff like the power drill. Yeah, this guy's build looks annoying. Although our builds are doing similar stuff. He's doing way more damage is the problem. Yeah, we just lose. That's so obnoxious. Like, this item needs to be removed from the game. Whoever thought this item was okay, especially with Yo-Yo even existing in the game, just has no brain at all. Like, that's ridiculous. Just an item that just charges everything for free. This is like 25 times better than Weapon Core. It's a better Shark Claws, better weaponized core. That's so annoying to lose like that. It just felt like there was nothing I could do that run. And we just needed more time, and we kept losing fights like just barely. Like, we lost 2 fights by like a matter of 100 HP or something. And if we had just won those fights, then it would have been completely different. That sucks really bad. Yeah, I don't know. That one didn't come together at all. We just got all the wrong stuff. That's disappointing. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna keep that video. That one kind of sucked. Well, anyways, I think I'm gonna call it there for today with the stream. And we'll be back. I think we'll try again tomorrow to put together some good Dooley runs, and I'll experiment a little bit on my own. But I gotta go eat, and then maybe I'll have some time to look up some stuff, figure out some better strategies or something. I mean, that strategy is fine. It's just like it didn't work because we couldn't find the right items. And I don't know, like, what I need to figure out what ideally I want my build to look like. Like, does DJ Robot actually fit in there? I just feel like he's better than Yellow Mantis, but he takes up too much space. I don't know. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow with some more of the Bazaar, playing with the new changes to Dooley, seeing if we can figure out what's actually good. But that's gonna do it. Bye for now.